and stuff on the draft side. Now, the only thing that stinks, like, it's unlike any other draft. You probably don't see him for 5-6 years. It's just kind of crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy, but I will say the timeline of these top prospects.
It's never been quicker.
It's never been quicker.
Yep.
And I think you could look at a lot of these guys and say, well, you're talking about college guys, right? You're talking about the college kids like Langford and Skeens and Burns getting up so quickly. No, I'm also talking about Connor Griffin, who spent about a year and a half. No, I'm also talking about Connor Griffin, who spent about a year and a half in the minor leagues. I'm talking about a guy like Kevin McGonigal, who spent about a year and a half in the minor leagues. So there are plenty of examples. Colt Emerson in Seattle, he just got out of town.
Sure.
We're talking about guys that were high school draft picks that speed ran the minor leagues. And if Lombard is the prospect that many believe he can become, why can't we see him in 2 years?
How about our guy, Yuri Perez? He was a rocket ship in the minor leagues, got here at 20 years old. Okay, let's start with Yuri. I mentioned the changeup in segment 3. He threw it a total of 131 times in 25. He's thrown it now 133 this year. So obviously he's already broken that. Now, Yuri pitched a half of a season. But why do you think that's the case specifically with the changeup this year?
Yeah, so he needs a weapon against left-handed bats. And if you look at the changeup kind of spiking and increase, you see the curveball spiking and decrease, where the curveball usage is going down and the changeup usage is going up. Now, naturally, like, you can keep asking why until you actually get to the bedrock answer there.
Sure.
I guess the first, why that I would answer is, well, the curveball, he may be losing feel for that as he gets the sweeper more and more integrated into his arsenal. So instead of just slider, curveball, occasional sweeper like he was doing last year, for the most part he's slider, sweeper right now. Marlins probably feel like they can develop that sweeper to be a little bit better than that curveball, and the changeup will come along. You remember it very vividly, I'm sure. In 2023, that changeup was a really good pitch.
Yeah.
Now what changes? What did we talk about with Sandy before the All-Star break, right? Well, as you come back from a major elbow surgery, as you come back from Tommy John surgery, you're not really going to have the feel for your fingertips the same way. Changeup is a field pitch. People talk about command being the last thing to come on the heels of Tommy John surgery. I will take that one step further. I'll say yes, command, but also the changeup, because the changeup is a field-type pitch. Yuri is further removed from a major elbow surgery. He probably feels more comfortable throwing that changeup. It's still disgusting when he can land it near the strike zone instead of spiking it, and he's throwing that curveball less and less.
It's always going to be about. Clayton also mentioned that he's got to land his breaking balls within the zone, and the big change with Yuri, he's got 4 walks over the last 27 1/3, and that was kind of a bump in the road because it was Colorado.
And it was over 2 innings.
Yeah, it is what it is. So Yuri tonight will go opposite. Tanner Bybee, interesting guy. I mentioned this as well. The 2-9 record stinks, but the 4 ERA is good. The home runs given up is a lot, Jack. Yeah. But why should we be cautious with Bybee today?
A friend of the program. He was on Marlins on Deck last year.
I know.
In Cleveland. Tanner Bybee, you should be cautious with him because the secondary pitches are really darn good. The curveball and the changeup are very good for Bybee, and he's a guy that will go to it on more than an occasion. He's someone that will try to win the guessing game with you. He throws his fastball about 25% of the time. He throws a sinker about 20% of the time. He throws the cutter about 25% of the time. He's allowed 20 homers. I made the point to you before the game. 13 of the 20 are solo homers.
Yeah.
And you gave me the old adage, right? Solo homers
don't kill you.
And then I'm like, well, it might if you allow 20 of them.
Right.
And it's like, okay, we'll see. But, I mean, he'll put that to the test, and he puts that to the test pretty much every single start. Now he's got next to no run support, but the secondary pitches are really, really good for him. The cutter does get blasted, though.
Yep.
The cutter he throws about 25% of the time.
And that's where you look at the lefties and you start to lick your lips a little bit, like
100%.
Hicks and Griff.
Let's get Griff a birthday bomb.
I would love that. Miami has hit 36 home runs in their last 21 games and 18 over their last 7. We'll see if they can hit one out of the park for, I think, is going to be an awesome crowd. It's already filling up here, Jack. Marlins also trying not to lose a series. How about this? They're in danger of dropping their first home series since losing 3 or 4 to the Braves in late May.
Don't speak that into existence.
No, I won't. I'm sorry for even saying it. We'll break. Expo question. Steve's Guarantee. It's next on the Marlins Radio Network.
Out here, if you're doing nothing, you're doing everything right. Though on a cruise with Norwegian, even if you're doing nothing, you're still basking in the warm sun, enjoying the peaceful ocean waves. You're breathing. Don't forget about breathing. Definitely need to be breathing. So you get to do nothing, or everything, but you still need to be breathing. It's really important.
Experience the difference with cruises to Alaska, the Caribbean, and Europe. Norwegian Cruise Line. It's different out here. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Norwegian Cruise Line ships registry to the Bahamas and USA.
Everyone knows BrandSmart USA as the heavy hitters, like big screen TVs and appliances, but our lineup is way deeper than you think. We've got mattresses, furniture, and grills for the cookout, plus everything from fitness equipment, vacuums, AC units, the latest tech, and more to keep your home running like a pro. We make life easier with fast delivery, professional installation, haul away, and our own in-house repair centers. All at the lowest price with 0% interest financing and buy now, pay later options. BrandSmart USA. Favorite brands, lowest prices guaranteed.
Upgrade your family vacation with an unforgettable escape to the Palm Beaches. Attractions and animal encounters, the Palm Beaches have something for everyone. Discover premier resorts with creative kids clubs that will keep the little ones entertained while you enjoy world-class golf and spas. We are the original, the one, the only, the Palm Beaches. Plan your trip at thepalmbeaches.com.
Miami, are you ready to step into Pop Air? From over 7 million visitors worldwide, Balloon Museum returns to Miami with a whole new exhibition. Discover monumental inflatable artworks, interactive installations, and surreal environments where air becomes art. A joyful experience designed to spark curiosity, imagination, and wonder for all ages. Now at Mana Wynwood, Pop Air.
This is Jacob Marcy, and you're listening to Marlins on Deck with Steven Strom on the Marlins Radio Network.
National anthem being played right now on this Saturday afternoon. You know I'm standing up. You can see me on the StreamYard and the YouTube access where we, of course, are live every single game. Steven Strom, Jack McMullen, and Rod Allen. It is game 2 of this 3-game set. The Marlins looking to punch back and get right back in this series. 2 more games left before the All-Star break. Let's get to our X-Bowl question today. We are supposed to have Charles Johnson here. Rod Allen coached him back in the day. When was Charles Johnson drafted by the Florida Marlins at the time? Make sure to vote at Marlins Radio. All right, Trev, it's time for Steve's Guarantees.
Almost time to play ball. First pitch coming up in moments. Steve's Guarantees coming up now.
I like 6 punch-outs for Yuri today, and you're probably saying, see, like, that's not even that much. But this team, this Cleveland Guardian team, they don't punch out a lot. Them, the Brewers, us. We do a good job of all collectively hitting the ball, pushing the ball forward, as Clayton McCullough likes to say. But give me Yuri with 6+ punch-outs. Cleveland struggles. But give me Yuri with 6+ punch-outs. Cleveland struggles against the fastball. You're going to get about 50% heater with Yuri Perez. Working my way down, Tanner Bybee, he's given up 20 home runs. And 14 of them have come from lefties. Who are the lefties in this lineup? I'm not going to name you all of them, but I'm going to give you Birthday Boy Griff, home run, and I'm going to give you Liam Hicks, extra base hit, or you can flop them. Jack, you heard me there. My Steve's Guarantee, it's an interchangeable Steve's Guarantee.
Yeah, a little Griff and Hicks,
yes.
One of them homers.
So if Hicks hits a home run and Griff has the extra base hit, I still cash.
Now, does that count? Okay, so I was going to say,
how do I say it?
Is that half a yard card? But if you're accounting for a homer and an extra base hit, now what if Griff has a homer and a double and Hicks has like 3 singles?
Doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit.
Wow. Okay.
Let's pause for station ID on the Marlins Radio Network.
Marlins baseball on WQAM-FM and HD1 Miramar. WQAM-AM Miami. And Odyssey Sports Station.
Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
Now, what if Griff hits 2 home runs?
That hits.
Is that hit?
Yeah.
You're the judge. I mean, you're the judge, sure.
Give me like. Here's what I would give you: 2 extra base hits between Conine and Hicks. I would totally give you that.
You'd give me that?
Yeah.
All right. Someone's got to hit a home run. Chicks dig the long ball, man.
Sure. Yeah, I get it.
Folks, I hope you got the itch for first pitch because when we come back, Jack McMullen, you just heard him. He paints the picture. Rod Allen, he's ready to rock. Starting lineups in first pitch is right around the corner. Thanks for tuning in to the Marlins On Deck pregame show. I'm Steven Strom. Let's flip the M together, Miami. Marlins baseball. You know it's next on the Marlins Radio Network.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55-plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast. It's quick. The setup was so easy. It took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network. Plus, America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of essentials. Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Oak Grove Speed Test Intelligence Data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You play for the win, not just on game day, every day. Channel that drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
Straight Talk Wireless presents.
You're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now upgrade to a Tempur-Pedic and get a $300 instant gift, plus next-day delivery. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. Next-day delivery available on select mattresses and subject to location. See store for details.
Here's the pitch. And it's cut on and missed. Sandy is fired up. It was perfect.
Miami Marlins baseball is on. This is the home of the Marlins, WQAM.
On a ground ball to the forehand of Sanoha. He slides, he plucks it, fires to second for one. On to first in time for the double play. What a play by Sanoha. Throw it home and Marcy to third on a 3-run bases clearing triple. This kid, it's Marcy madness right now.
The Miami Marlins game is brought to you by ADT, the official security partner of the Miami Marlins, and by Werner Hoffman, Greg and Garcia, the official law firm of the Miami Marlins.
Stowers hits it out to left center. Soderstrom on the move. There it is back, and it's gone to left center field. A walk-off grand slam for Kyle Stowers.
With the starting lineups and the first pitch, here's the radio voice of the Marlins, Shaq McMullen. It's the radio voice of the Marlins, Shaq McMullen.
Well, if you're just now tuning in to our coverage of Marlins baseball, I get it. You might have had your eyes on the future, but Steven Strom just did a heck of a job laying you through what is happening in the future of Miami Marlins baseball. Jacob Lombard, the prep shortstop from Gulliver Prep right here in Miami, was the 14th overall selection by the Miami Marlins just about an hour ago. And now we set sights on the current day, Miami Marlins. It is a weird schedule on draft day here. But again, Marlins on Deck just gave you so much that you need to know about Jacob Lombard. And now we take a look at his future team and his current organization. Lombard is the newest Marlin and the current Marlins, the hottest team in Major League Baseball, even with the series opening loss to the Cleveland Guardians last night. Time for the middle match in the final series before the All-Star break between the Miami Marlins and the Cleveland Guardians. Yuri Perez, last time he was on the hill, he went 7 perfect in Sacramento. Tanner Bybee has been maybe the most unlucky pitcher in Major League Baseball this year. We'll break that all down. But excited for this one here on Saturday afternoon. But Rod Allen, before we give you any information on today's game, couldn't be more thrilled to see a member of one of baseball's royal families come into the Marlins organization in Jacob Lombard, the 14th pick.
It's really great to see, and they got a local kid, too. So you know that the Marlins, from a front office standpoint, they had a chance to see him a lot. And I'm sure they've been in his house and they've talked to his parents. But really, you don't have to go into his house to understand the kind of character that comes out of the Lombard family household. His dad is a superb individual. He's the bench coach for the Detroit Tigers. He's going to be a manager before it's all said and done. So you can look at all the tools and everything that he's done as far as the amateur stuff is concerned, but it's that heart and that character that really, really brings a light to me.
His dad has been in the coaching ranks in Major League Baseball for quite a long time. Jacob Lombard, obviously 18 years old, by Brian Murphy on MLB.com, that he fell in love with baseball when he was 8 or 9 years old, traveling around the country with his dad, George Lombard, who was the first base coach for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Another former first base coach for the Los Angeles Dodgers. How about the current skipper of the Marlins, Clayton McCullough, and Jacob Lombard's older brother, George Lombard Jr. He is the top prospect in the Yankees organization. He's a top 50 prospect in all of Major League Baseball. So again, there is baseball blood coursing through that guy's veins, and the Marlins cannot wait to get him to Jupiter and have this guy's hopefully tremendous professional career unfolding in front of their very eyes.
You know, we see a lot of second-generation kids that are in the big leagues today. Their dads played in the big leagues, and there's a lot of guys, a lot of all-stars across baseball. And one of the reasons for that, and you mentioned it, that Jacob spent a lot of time in Major League clubhouses, traveling around with his dad, watching some of the guys take batting practice and whatnot, hanging in the clubhouse with the big league players. That bodes well for these youngsters when they get into professional baseball because they've seen it at the highest level, and they're not really in awe of what's going on because they've seen all these big leaguers. They put their uniform on just like everybody else does.
Yep. And, again, a humongous congratulations to Jacob, the Lombard family, and Miami as a whole. We get one of the local kids to stay home with the 14th overall pick. Marlins just took the field. It's crazy to think we got a baseball game today here on draft day, but the Marlins are getting set again for this middle match with the Cleveland Guardians. Umpiring crew for this afternoon's game, too. Chad Whitson, he will call balls and strikes. Chad Fairchild, he's at first base. Bill Miller, the crew chief, is at second, and Brian Walsh handles third base. Today's starting lineups, they are presented by Marlins.tv. The new home of streaming Miami Marlins baseball is Marlins.tv. Catch every pitch of your fighting fish all season long, both live and on demand. Sign up now and don't miss a moment by heading to Marlins.tv. Lineup first for the visiting Guardians, who are 49 and 46, and managed by Stephen Vogt. Travis Bazzana going to lead things off and play second base. Brian Rocchio Brian Rocchio bats second and plays shortstop. Batting third, the DH of the big night last night, Chase DeLauder. Kyle Manzardo is the cleanup man and the first baseman. Batting fifth in right field, Khalil Watson, the former Marlin first-round pick. Gabriel Arias bats sixth and plays third base. The seven-hitting center fielder is Petey Halpin. Patrick Bailey, the former Giant, bats eighth and does the catching. And Stephen Kwan is the nine-man in left field. On the hill for the Guardians, the right-hander Tanner Bybee. Now the lineup for the Fish, who are 52 and 43 and managed by Clayton McCullough. Liam Hicks leads off and does the DHing. Otto Lopez batting second at shortstop. Batting third at first base, Kyle Stowers. Xavier Edwards is the cleanup man and the second baseman. Heriberto Hernandez bats fifth and plays left field. Griffin Conine, the birthday boy, turning 29 today, bats sixth and plays right. The seven-inning center fielder is Jacob Marcy. Batting eighth, doing the catching, Joe Mack. And Javier Sonoja bats ninth and plays third base. On the hill for the Marlins tonight, the 23-year-old right-hander Yuri Perez, again coming off of 7 perfect last time out in Sacramento. Yuri's set to go in the home whites, Cleveland in the road grays. And at 4:10 p.m., Yuri rocks and fires. And the first pitch of the ball game, a breaking ball that spins low. We're underway between the Marlins and the Guardians.
Yuri has several different pitches. He's got a four-seamer and a sweeper and a slider. He throws those the most. He also has a changeup. He's got a sinker and a curveball. So he's got 6 different pitches.
1-0 to Bazzana in for a called strike, a fastball at 98.
That's his best pitch. And that 98-mile-per-hour fastball, it's one of the hardest average fastballs in all of baseball, really in the world, let's just say. 98 miles an hour.
Yuri Perez, a top 5 hardest thrower in Major League Baseball among starting pitchers. 1-1. That one, ground ball through the left side of the infield. That's in for a base hit.
No drama today.
No. Bazzana with a big leadoff single to end the stretch of perfection from Yuri Perez. You start to play the math game. Well, if he went too perfect, like 6 up and 6 down here, but you're right. He puts an end to all of that leadoff knock for Bazzana.
Just a really good swing by last year's number 1 pick. As a matter of fact, he was 1-1. He was the first player chosen in the Major League Draft last year, Bazzana, off the campus of Oregon State, and he's a good player.
Yeah, Bazzana, he gets his lead over at first base, and now it's Rocchio who squares the bunt, tries getting it down, but he fouls a fastball back to the top of the backstop.
That's the kind of game that the Guardians play. They play some small ball, especially with a guy like Yuri on the mound. Stephen Vogt, their manager, he's a former catcher. He knows what's at stake. They're trying to win a series here before the All-Star break. They haven't played well lately. They snatched one yesterday. They're trying to win a series. They're trying to score a run here in the first inning.
And they know what's going on as of late, where they take one, but they drop two. And it seems like Cleveland is getting a little sick of winning 1 out of 3 on these road trips and in these series as a whole. So, yeah, certainly Stephen Vogt is trying to send them into the break with a positive vibe. They've got 3 All-Stars on this team.
And something else that they do not do, they don't score any runs for their starter today, Tanner Bybee.
0-1 to Rocchio is cut on and missed. Good slider on the outside edge.
Bybee could take his team to court, sue them for lack of run support, and he would win in the court of law. He would win.
Yeah. You would never think that a guy that has made 19 starts at a 4 ERA and has been way better as of late, his team is 5-14 in those starts.
How about a ground ball off the bat of Rocchio right here?
0-2, Bazzana on the go. Rocchio with a broken bat, little flare into center. That's down for a base hit. Bazzana read it poorly, so he stays put at second. He could have likely gone first to third on that. But
nice job by Otto, though.
Yeah, they kind of catch a break.
Otto deked him. I mean, that's a nice job by Otto Lopez. That's why when you go, you have to take a look in to see where the baseball is. Bazzana took off, but he never looked in to see where the baseball was. Therefore, when the contact was made, he had no idea where the baseball was. He should be on third base.
Instead, Bazzana's at second, and there's a force at every bag right now. But that is early foot traffic for a guy that did serious damage on Yuri's mentor, Sandy Alcantara, last night. The lefty hitting Chase DeLauder. First pitch. DeLauder takes a little bit low and away, a slider for ball 1. Was a broken bat single for Rocchio. You want to tell us about broken bats?
And Gorilla Glue, the official sponsor of Broken Bat Certified Tough Plays and so much more. Gorilla Glue for the toughest job on the planet.
DeLauder with a check swing. He did go around at a slider low, and it's 1-1.
Nasty pitch. I mean, 90 miles an hour at the bottom of the zone. Tremendous pitch. Now, here's a guy that if you get him to hit it on the ground, there's no doubt you can turn 2. He's probably their best hitter, too, DeLauder.
1-1 from Yuri. DeLauder takes off the plate away. A sweeper just kind of backed up on Perez.
And DeLauder hit a homer off of Sandy yesterday. Really the only bad pitch Sandy made all day, in my opinion. It was a 98-mile-per-hour fastball that kind of leaked right over the heart of the plate, and DeLauder hit it out.
And DeLauder had 2 batted balls yesterday against Sandy. 2 hits, a single at 108. And a homer at 106 off the bat. He sprays one foul left side and it seats. It's 2-2.
And DeLauder now has 10 homers, and 7 of the 10 have either tied the score or put the Guardians ahead. So he's been a pretty good clutch hitter for them. Started the season off on fire.
Now Yuri comes set right above the belt. He's got runners at first and second. Nobody gone. And the 2-2 to DeLauder. Misses up and away, count runs full. What have you noticed about a lot of these misses away to lefties?
Well, probably opening up a little bit prematurely with the front shoulder, and that's what happens. If you open up prematurely with that front shoulder in your delivery, your arm is never able to catch up. Therefore, when you release the ball, you release it up a little higher, and it tails on you. Tails into the righties and away from the lefties. Got to make a pitch here.
Payoff is fouled back. Tried to make one. It was a good pitch. 99 on the outside edge of the zone and low, but DeLauder, he got just enough of it to flick it back and foul.
And Yuri has the kind of stuff that he can get out of this jam here in the first inning. First and second, nobody out, but he definitely has the kind of stuff to pitch himself out of this.
He's throwing strikes. You know, a couple of misfires have been drastic, but 8 of his first 12 were strikes. That one missed inside, though. Kind of popped away from Mack. Doesn't matter. It rolls back to the backstop. Bazzana will take a turn at third base, but now Yuri off the hill, and he will trot towards home plate to cover if need be. That is a walk to load the bases with nobody out for Kyle Manzardo. And Daniel Moscas, 13 pitches into this one, is going to go out and chat with Yuri Perez and Joe Mack.
And Daniel Moscas really did not have to make any trips out to the mound yesterday when Sandy was out there, because Sandy was just that good. But a couple of days ago when Jansen Junk made a start, he was struggling early. And Daniel Moscas kind of noticed something he was doing early, and he got him back on track with a visit. And he pitched well the remainder of the way. Hopefully he has that same type of message for Yuri to get him back on track.
Hey, real quick, let's give you the Miami defensive alignment. It is presented by ABC Home and Commercial Services. You've got Stowers at first, Edwards at second, Lopez at short, Sanoja at third. Outfield left to right is Hernandez, Marcy, Conine, and Mack is doing the catching for Paris.
Already in this first frame, Uri has done something in this game that he did not do in his last outing 5 days ago out in California. He's given up a hit. He's also walked a batter. This guy right here is a strikeout waiting to happen, though. Really, he is.
Kyle Manzardo, we mentioned yesterday some serious prospect pedigree as a first baseman in the Rays system. And the first pitch, Manzardo with a big swing and a miss on a slider, and it's 0-1. You know, this guy kept the strikeout rate in check when he was in the minor leagues, but has come up to the big leagues, and it has ballooned on him comfortably over 30% this year, which is kind of point of no return.
Well, if you watch him in the batter's box, Jack, I mean, it looks like to me that's what the Cleveland has told him what they want him to do. I mean, just take big swings and try to hit it out of the ballpark.
Golfed foul left side and into the seats. And he's only done it 10 times in 85 games. You know, if he had done it 20 times, it could be a different way to stomach that.
He's been striking out a lot on this current road trip. Punched out a bunch in the 3 days that they were in Minnesota before they came here.
Oh, 2. Manzardo swings and misses. 100 on the lower outside edge. Manzardo could not catch up to it. And you mentioned punch out waiting to happen. That's a big first out of the top of the first.
Yeah, this next cat getting ready to step into the batter's box, he's a strikeout waiting to happen too in Khalil Watson, especially with the stuff that Uri has. That fastball at 100 miles an hour is one of the best pitches in all of baseball, one of the best fastballs in baseball. Mizorowski, of course, has the best fastball, but Uri, number 3 on that list.
First pitch to Watson. That would have bouncing ball right at X. He flips to Otto for one. On to first in time for the double play. Uri gets out of the jam. Bases loaded. Nobody out. He punches out Manzardo. And on the first pitch to Watson, rolls the inning-ending 4-6-3 double play. Time for the Marlins to see Tanner Bybee. We go to the Buddha's top choice for quality signs and graphics is Metro Group Miami. With Metro signs and Metro wraps, no job is too big or too small for the experts at Metro Group Miami. A proud corporate partner and official signage and graphics provider of the Miami Marlins, they bring brands to life. Call them today at 954-983-6662. Visit MetroGroupMiami.com to discover what they can do for you. Metro Group Miami, signs, graphics, car wraps. They're your everything team. A lot can happen in a second. 1 second you're up to bat, and the next the crowd is on their feet. 1 second you're leading off, the next you've stolen third. And ADT knows 1 second is all it takes for emergencies to happen at home. That's why they help you stay ready with 24/7 professional monitoring, instant alerts, and real security pros ready to respond when you need them most. When every second counts, count on ADT. Go to ADT.com to sign up today. ADT is the official smart security partner of the Miami Marlins. For license information, visit ADT.com. Everyone knows BrandSmart USA as the heavy hitters, like big screen TVs and appliances, but our lineup is way deeper than you think. We've got mattresses, furniture, and grills for the cookout, plus everything from fitness equipment, vacuums, AC units, the latest tech, and more to keep your home running like a pro. We make life easier with fast delivery, professional installation, haul away, in our own in-house repair centers. All at the lowest price with 0% interest financing and buy now, pay later options. BrandSmart USA, favorite brands, lowest prices guaranteed. BrandSmart USA, favorite brands, lowest prices guaranteed.
Yeah, draft day, Johnny Manziel. 5 years later, how am I the man still? Draft day.
A 27-year-old right-hander Tanner Bybee is on the hill for the Guardians. Draft day. There you go. That makes a lot of sense. Fifth-round pick by the Guardians in 2021 at a Cal State Fullerton. Tanner Bybee. He's in his 4th major league season. He's got a 3.70 ERA in 106 career starts. First pitch to Liam Hicks, sinker in for a called strike, and it's 0-1.
He's got a good sinker, and he also throws a changeup off that two-seamer.
Now Bybee making his 20th start this year. And the pitch to Hicks misses low. In 106 innings, he's got a 4.06 ERA, but Rod, he's 2-9. And you've had plenty of conversations, I know, over the last day or so. This guy may be as unlucky as any pitcher in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, I mean, they're just not scoring any runs for him when he takes the hill. But There's always one guy on the team that seems to have that issue, and unfortunately for him, 2026 is that year. They're very high on him. They gave him a lot of money last year before the season started, and he was also their opening day starter this year.
Now, Bobby's 2-1 to Hicks. This is low. It's 3 balls and a strike.
If he throws another one of those fastballs up here to Hicks, you know what Hicks is trying to do. You know he's trying to get the ball to the pull field, and you know he's trying to get it up in the air. And most of the time, he's been very successful doing so this season.
3-1. Liam takes up and away for ball 4. That's a leadoff walk issue. Now, Bobby's probably sitting there in the Guardian dugout in the top of the first inning saying, man, you can't even scratch one across farm here. The bases loaded and nobody out. But Yuri Perez punched out Manzardo and then got Khalil Watson to bounce into an inning-ending double play.
He has reverse splits. And right-handers do better against him than left-handers do. Right-handers hitting 256 against him. Lefties only 209. Got some MVP chance for Otto Lopez in the building today.
First pitch in for a called strike, a curveball, and it's 0-1. Deserved. That is awesome to hear. We haven't heard that yet for Otto Lopez, but we get it from a really solid crowd here at Lone Depot Park.
When you see those kinds of splits where you have a right-handed pitcher.
0-1 from Bybee. Lopez lifts one out to right. It's pushing Watson back, but just shy of the track. Khalil Watson makes the grab for out number 1. Hicks back to first.
When you have a right-handed pitcher and he has better numbers against left-handed batters than he does against the right-handers, that basically tells me his changeup is his best pitch. Yeah. He throws it a lot to the lefties, but he doesn't throw it as much to the right-handers, even though it's his best pitch. But if he would probably start to throw that to more righties, he would probably understand it works against them too.
Why are pitchers so hesitant to throw changeups in the same-handed matchup? Like, why are righties so hesitant to throw right-on-right changeups? First pitch from Bybee to Kyle Stowers is fouled back, and it's 0-1.
Because as a right-handed batter, if a right-hander throws you a changeup, it has natural tailing action, and usually he wants to pitch down and in. Most right-handers kill that pitch down and in. It's just a pitch that where it seems like everything just flows. It's natural. We've been doing it all of our lives. And that's why most righties don't throw that pitch down and in, because it's a nitro zone for the right-handed batter.
With Hicks at first, the 0-1 from Bybee to Stowers. Is a foul tip held onto by Bailey, the catcher. Fastball at 95, and it's 0-2.
There's not a lot of pitchers really throwing fastballs upstairs these days, but it seems like every time Stowers gets in that batter's box, pitchers take the liberty of going upstairs against him with those fastballs.
Now, Bybee, one more thing on the reverse splits. While the batting average is higher for righties, now lefties may be hitting at a lower batting average, but
the power,
they're hitting the ball out of the ballpark.
Yeah.
14 of the 20 homers that he's allowed this year have come from lefty bats. Oh, 2. Kyle takes up and away, a fastball at 96.
The kid that we saw yesterday, Parker Messick,
yeah,
I was impressed. I mean, the Marlins, one of the hottest teams in baseball, had won 6 straight. Crazy record at home at winning. And that kid, he pitched well yesterday. You got to give him a lot of credit. He shut down this offense.
1-2, misses way up and out. There was a changeup, just flew out of Bybee's hand,
which no one else really has been able to do. Well, if you're Stowers now, he might go change up because he wants that ground ball for a double play, or he might get greedy and try to go upstairs with the fastball. But if you're Stowers, you got to lay off that fastball up top.
2-2 from Bybee to Stowers. On the way. And Kyle with a foul tip hit off Bailey's glove.
Slider, sweeper.
Parker Messick last night for Cleveland. He went 6 innings of one-hit ball. He didn't allow a hit until the 6th, but
and he fielded his position very well. That game could have been really different than yesterday had he not made those nice plays coming off the mound.
2-2 from Bybee. On the way. And Kyle takes just upstairs, a fastball at 94, and the count runs full.
Now, awesome job right there. I think I put Hicks in motion here, man. I don't know why I would, but I would. I mean, I know Stowers does swing and miss sometimes, but start him. Why not? Get a run on the board.
Liam 1 for 1 in the stolen base department.
Put some trust in Stowers.
He's not going. 3-2 is a chopper through the right side of the infield. That's a base hit. Hicks will push to second. Stowers aboard. And just like against Uri in the top of the first, there is a walk and a single early against Bybee. There's some foot traffic. First and second with one away for Xavier Edwards.
Had he been going, he would be on third base. That was a fastball, four-seam variety. It was right down the middle of the plate, and Stowers doesn't miss those very often. That ball nearly hit Hicks at first base before it got into the outfield.
But Hicks avoided. Nice job. Did it five-hole him?
I think it might have.
It went in between his legs. He jumped up to avoid it. And Liam Hicks is at second base. First pitch to Edwards. That one, a curveball spins low and in for ball one.
You always love Edwards in these situations. He puts bat to ball most of the time, batting over 300. And really, if you go back a calendar year, he's probably hitting 300. This guy can just hit.
Switch hitter batting left. The 1-0 from Bybee to X. He pops that one up high in the air, tailing down the left field line. It's a long run for Stephen Kwan into foul ground. He makes the catch. He's got no throw to either base as Hicks retreats to second and Stowers to first. Nice play again by the perennial Gold Glover Kwan in left. And there are two men going. Well, now it's one of the hottest hitters on the planet, Heriberto Hernandez, who's got 5 homers in his last 7. Hey, real quick, here's your Cleveland defensive alignment. It is presented by ABC Home and Commercial Services. You got Manzardo at first, Pazana at second, Rocchio at short, Arias at third. Outfield left to right, Kwan, Halpin, Watson, and Bailey doing the catching for Bybee.
And the one thing about Heriberto, it doesn't matter, Jack, if it's a first pitch fastball or a first pitch breaking ball. If you throw it where he's looking in his nitro zone, he is going to hit it hard somewhere. He doesn't care. He's got bad intentions when he's got that bat in his hand. And with each swing, he's gaining more and more confidence at this level.
First pitch from Bybee to Burt. He takes a called strike. That was a changeup.
I like that pitch. We just talked about that.
Yep. A right-on-right changeup for Bybee, which, again, you don't see very often. But to Heriberto Hernandez, you got to deviate from your typical plan because he's not your typical hitter right now. 0-1. Burt gets a big swing off. He cut underneath the fastball up top, and it's 0-2. As weird as it sounds, because Uri found himself in a serious jam but got out of it unscathed, Bybee has already thrown more pitches than Uri did in the top of the first. Pitch number 19 from Bybee this inning. Misses low and away.
He went changeup first pitch. He followed that up with a piece of cheese upstairs that Burt swung right through. He went changeup again. Now, does he go back upstairs again? I'm thinking he's going to go with that sweeper, but if you're Burt, you have to stay ready for your fastball with 2 strikes. You always have to stay ready for your fastball with 2 strikes.
1-2. Hernandez swings and misses. That was a cutter off the plate away. Burt chased, and the inning is over. The Marlins, just like Cleveland, strains 2, and we're through 1.
Your family vacation with an unforgettable escape to the Palm Beaches. From outdoor adventures and laid-back beaches to thrilling family attractions and animal encounters, the Palm Beaches have something for everyone. Discover premier resorts with creative kids clubs that will keep the little ones entertained while you enjoy world-class golf and spas. We are the original, the one, the only, the Palm Beaches. Plan your trip at thepalmbeaches.com.
It's Joe Rose and Hollywood. Catch us weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m. right here on WQAM. We've got Marlins news and everything else going on in South Florida sports, including the Canes, Heat, Panthers, and the Dolphins. Spend your mornings with us right here on the home of the Marlins, FM 104.3 WQAM, and always streaming on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
And, of course, Joe, they can always catch all of our interviews that we do on the show on our website at WQAM.com.
John Crook here. And baseball stats can tell you a lot. When your car breaks, you want a company that has all the right stats on your team. CarShield's been in business for over 20 years. That's staying power. They're America's most trusted auto protection. That's reputation. They've sold over 3 million contracts. That's a whole lot of happy drivers. Let CarShield help with costly repairs when an unexpected breakdown happens.
Don't get caught looking. Get a free quote today at carshield.com. Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Miami Marlins and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Miami Marlins. Marlins.
Hey, Fish fans, thanks to Cantaloupe, modern payment and ordering technology helps keep concessions moving at Lone Depot Park. With self-service kiosks and easy payment options, Marlins fans spend less time waiting and more time enjoying the game. Cantaloupe, helping the world buy it and go. Gabriel Arias is seeing Yuri Perez here in the top of the second, and Arias sprays the ball foul right side and into the seats.
If you're just tuning in into the broadcast, Yuri pitched out of a bases-loaded, no-out jam in the very first inning.
Yuri's 0-1 to the Guardian third baseman. He is taking a little bit low. Fastball at 98. Mac not going to challenge. That Yuri surrendered back-to-back singles to open up his day. Bazana to left center and then Rocchio to shallow center. After walking to Lauder, he struck out Kyle Manzardo and then got Khalil Watson to bounce into a 4-6-3 double play. Arias late on a sinker at 98, bearing low and in, and it's 1-2. That's been an interesting development in Yuri's arsenal. That sinker. What does having two fastballs do for a pitcher?
Well, what it helps him do, if you notice a lot of times when Yuri would pitch with just a four-seam fastball, hitters foul it off a lot. I mean, they don't square it up, but they nick it. They nick it. They nick it. He'd end up with 30 foul balls in the contest, but born at his two-seam fastball at the bottom of the zone, he's now creating some swing and miss and some ground balls.
1-2 bouncing ball up the gut and through for a base hit. So Gabriel Arias finds himself aboard. Already 3 hits in an inning plus against Yuri.
It also has helped Sandy stay out of a lot of those foul balls, because Sandy would have starts at the beginning of the year. They'd foul off 30 balls during the course of a 100-pitch outing, and that would knock him out of the game. But you come up with something else to get him off all those foul balls, and then you stay in the game a little bit longer.
And it's funny, it's similar but different, right? Where Sandy, you were talking about it last night, he just shoots the knees. He needed something up top.
Yeah.
Yuri was all up top. He needed something at the knees.
Yeah.
First pitch to Petey Halpin, the scrappy center fielder. Slider he swings over the top of, and it's 0-1.
Halpin was ready to swing the bat when that ball left Yuri's hand. He was just knew he was going to get a fastball batting $167.
Yeah. Petey Halpin, a guy that has played sparingly in the big leagues for Cleveland. Been in their system for a minute. And had a foul tip that hit off Mac. That was 98 on a sinker. He was thinking about maybe a back pick, but that caught him somewhere, and he's going to get a moment to breathe ahead of the 0-2. Petey Halpin, young 24-year-old from San Mateo, California.
He's not having any difficulty getting ahead of these hitters. Yuri, he's gotten strike 2 on several of those. That ball hit him around in the heel of the glove. That fastball hit Mac.
0-2 from Yuri to Halpin. Is cut on and missed. A sweeper. Stayed off the plate, drifted onto the outside edge at the very last moment, and Halpin swung underneath it. That's a punch out for Yuri, his second today, and there's one man gone. That'll bring up Patrick Bailey, the 8-hitting catcher. Bailey was a marquee trade acquisition in early May. Bailey was acquired by the Guardians from San Francisco for a minor league pitcher named Matt Wilkinson. Runner on the go. That one a called strike. Throw to second is dug out, but it's not in time. Otto, he immediately points towards the third base dugout, seeing if Blake McCullough wants to challenge, but it looks like Arias might have snuck a hand in.
Good jump by Arias. Really good jump by Arias, and he slid to the outside part of second base. He did not give Otto a whole lot of body to tag. And Joe Mack is throwing out base runners in the big leagues at a 35% clip since he's got here.
Yeah, that fit the 65%. Stolen base for Gabriel Arias, and he's in scoring position with one away.
Great slide by Arias.
Now the count 0-1 on Pat Bailey. Again, Bailey acquired after there were some interesting reports out of San Francisco that Buster Posey, a Hall of Fame caliber catcher, didn't really see the overwhelming value in a guy like Bailey. 0-1 misses low. Patrick Bailey is tied with Joe Mack and with William Contreras in Milwaukee for the major league lead in caught stealings among catchers. He's one of the best defensive catchers in the game. The problem is he's hitting a .181.
Yeah, and Buster was such a good catcher and also a good hitter that he probably can't tolerate a guy behind the dish that can't hit.
Yep. 1-1. Yeah, Bailey takes a called strike, 100 right at the knees, and it's 1-2.
Nothing you could do with that pitch. I mean, the vert on that 100-mile-per-hour fastball, he throws from 6 feet 8 inches, and with his wingspan, when Yuri lets the ball go, it looks like it's going to bounce. The fastball looks like it's going to be in the ground, and it stays right at the knees.
1-2 pitch. That one popped up high in the air, down the left field line, twisting into foul ground. It's a long run for Sanoja and Burton. Nobody can get there. There was a triangle of Sanoja, Burt, and Lopez, and it bounced all in between them right on the foul track, and the count remains 1-2 on Patrick Bailey. Well, we've got a special visitor.
Who might that be?
Firm handshake. How we doing? We've got a legend in the building, huh? Charles Johnson, we'll give you your microphone here, man. Charles Johnson has been making his way around the ballpark a little bit, huh? Appreciate you doing this, man.
No problem. Glad to be here.
Signing autographs and kissing babies and everything, huh? My man.
That's all that's left to do nowadays, huh?
How are you?
I sure can't play right now, I'll tell you that much.
How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Feeling good, man. It's feeling good. Just staying busy.
I hear you, man.
Yeah.
I just love to see you around the ballpark, man. You love working with these kids. You love doing everything they do. Yeah. When they call you, you show up.
I appreciate that. I truly love it, man. I love the game of baseball. Love to be around it, and just love to see a lot of these young kids mature and get better in the game of baseball.
2-2 sprayed foul. Hey, have you seen the pin yet? Have you gotten a couple of pins?
I haven't seen it physically. I've seen a picture of it.
Okay.
But I haven't seen it personally yet, no.
We got to get you a couple of pins.
I know. I was talking to Luis. He was like, yeah, we might give you a few today. But and then tomorrow he said he'd probably give me a little bit more.
Give me a huge clump. Hey, I know you're around the ballpark a decent bit, and obviously you do so much with the Marlins. That one cut on and missed. Another punch out at 100 from Yuri, and there are 2 men gone. But what's it like just coming back to this ballpark and engaging with a fan base that fell in love with you when you were a player?
It's very exciting to come back to the ballpark. I mean, you meet people and see folks that have seen you back when I played at the University of Miami, and I hear a lot of folks say, hey, man, I used to come to the old Joe Robbie Stadium back in the day and watch you play with the Marlins when it first started. And so it's a great feeling to see these fans still around, they're still coming, and they're still showing up watching Marlins baseball.
How did you stay so grounded here in Miami, #1 pick, out of that school, playing in your hometown? But, man, your character is unbelievable. How did you stay so grounded? Where did you get that from?
I appreciate it, man. It definitely comes from my mom and dad, man. They were like really some grounded folks. My mother was a city accountant for the city. My dad was a algebra teacher, and he taught me in high school. And
taught you education.
Yeah, it was all about education in my house. And so it was really big. And when you're talking about being grounded, one of the things my mom and dad talked to me about was that I can remember I was a first-round draft pick out of high school, and I committed to the University of Miami. It was a Sunday, and school starts on a Monday. And I had to decide whether if I was going to go pro or not. And my father said, son, by the time you tax $200,000 and then buy you a car, he said the same amount of money as your college education. And that right there made it click in my head that, you know what, college is money. Somebody's spending money to bring me to go to college. And I decided to go to University of Miami from that little one session with my dad and mom.
That one, a little ground ball over to short. Otto's got that. He stands tall, tosses to first, and the inning is over. You got a half inning for us?
Yeah,
cool
yeah.
Easy peas. All right, we'll go to the bottom of the second inning. We're scoreless on the Marlins Radio Network.
When you hear this.
Leslie, people are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately, Wyman Stainless Steel 3-in-1 cleans, shines, and protects to give you the best shine. A spray and a wipe will have your fridge shining like a mirror.
Wow, my fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Summer's finally here, and we're kicking it off with a whole lot of free. Free brake pads with Duralast rotors. Free oil filter with 5 quarts of oil. free Armor All wipes with Armor All Glass Cleaner and more. More free, so you can have more summer. Celebrate free at AutoZone. Now through July 27th. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
This is Clayton McCullough, and this is your home for Marlins Baseball. 104.3 FM, WQAM.
We're at the bottom of the second. No score between the Marlins and the Guardians. Jack McMullen, Rod Allen, Steven Strom, Trevor Harris in studio, and Charles Johnson sitting down with us right now. Harris in studio, and Charles Johnson sitting down with us right now. We just got into a couple of things during the inning break here, but again, this is a big weekend for Charles Johnson at the ballpark. He got the pin, and again, we're going to get him a handful of pins at some point. And then you've got the Legends level selfie day tomorrow, which is going to be really exciting. But you said you're on a bit of daddy duty right now, right? I mean, obviously you've got a 27-year-old and 25-year-old boy, but we were just talking about your son who's playing with the Las Vegas Raiders right now when the Griffin Conine misses low. And you said you get out there a little bit when he is on the active roster. What is, I guess, fatherhood life like for Charles Johnson right now?
Well, I mean, I definitely, my son came in the league about 4 years ago, and so he started out in Denver, so I was making a lot of trips out at Denver, which I truly enjoyed, but he ended up leaving Denver and going to Pittsburgh. So he's been in Pittsburgh for a couple years, and definitely he was on the practice squad for a little while, but whenever he made it up, I definitely made a chance to get out there because you just never know in sports, right? You know that you don't know how long it will last for your young boys to be playing, and so I'm all the time trying to get out there and see him play. And my youngest boy, he's definitely in the culinary field right now, getting busy, doing a lot of catering and doing his own thing. So I'm truly enjoying them being around and watching them grow up as adults.
So did your oldest boy, the one that's playing for the Raiders, did he play baseball?
He never played baseball. And he tell me this to this day. He said, "Dad, man, why you never sign me up for baseball?" I say, "Well, dude, you slept with a basketball in your hand. I thought you always wanted to play basketball. Right. I never forced you because he just loved basketball." Yeah. But he ended up going to high school and started getting a lot of offers in football, and then he just went into football. But my youngest boy played baseball up until high school, and he ended up hurting his knee around about 11th grade, and he ended up playing football at Georgia Southern.
How about that?
So I got two boys playing football.
Amazing.
Hey, these Marlins now over the years, they've had some good catchers now. Yourself, you did some nice work, Gold Glove. You did some nice work. Pudge did some nice work here for a year, and Real Muto did too. Yeah. They're starting to mention this boy down there, Joe Mack's name, in the same sentence as y'all. What have you seen? I've
been watching him, dude. He looks really solid behind home plate. I've been liking, what he's doing, receiving the ball wise a little bit, and his throwing the second base. He can throw well, man. Yes, I've been picking it out. I said, this dude throwing pretty good, and he's very exciting to watch. I mean, as a catcher, I wish there was still more bases nowadays the way they used to. Because
you threw out 56 one year.
Yeah. I just, to me, that was like the fun part of the game when the guy get on and you got Deion Sanders out there and he's going to – he already told you he's going to steal a base.
That was fun.
He was out there drawing his dollar sign. He told me, I'm going to steal – he said, when I get on first, I'm going to steal second and third.
He told you that?
He didn't even look at my face, dude. He just told me that. My first time ever meeting the guy,
Did he do it?
He did it. He stole second base, and I threw him out at third. Yeah. It was a spring training game up in Cocoa.
It don't matter.
Yeah, it don't matter.
You got it.
But Griffin Conine bounced out. Jacob Marcy just walked in. Now it's Mack, and it counts 0-1. Hey, do you remember Coach Allen a little bit?
Oh, yeah, I remember Coach.
It was the Arizona Fall League.
Fall League.
What was he like as a coach?
Oh, he was a great coach, man. He was always that guy that had a lot of information for you. Early on, I thought it was really stern, but it turned out to be pretty cool. You kind of like you see an older guy like him and his stature. I say this guy here is tough, but he ended up being really cool.
You mentioned Deion Sanders.
That one ripped to the backhand of the second baseman. Bizana flips to Rocchio for one on to first in time for the double play.
What was it like playing in the Arizona Fall League that year when Jordan was in the league?
Oh, it was exciting, man, to see Jordan in that year. And
did you ever go play basketball with him?
I never played basketball, but sometimes we would go out and some of the guys and see Jordan might be there and some of Barkley might show up from time to time. And just to see him, his presence and aura, catching behind Jordan, he's hitting, and it was a great honor. That year we had Derek Jeter was there that year too in Arizona.
On our team.
Yeah, so it's like it was some great guys there.
Thank you, buddy. CJ, appreciate you,
no
man,
problem.
for swinging
Glad to
by.
be here, guys.
Enjoy the weekend. All right.
We could have kept you here forever.
We'll go to the
we didn't even
top
talk
of the
about Thanksgiving dinner.
I know, right?
We go to the top of the third. We're scoreless on the Marlins Radio Network.
At Loan Depot, we're big on home. Home games, home teams, home field advantage, and you better believe it, home runs. For us, home means everything, which is why we're offering more options that make buying your first home easier and more affordable. No matter where you are on your home ownership journey, round the corner to LoanDepot.com and let us help get you home. That's LoanDepot.com. We're on deck ready to hit it out of the home ownership park for you. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLC ID number 174475.
Hey, Marlins fans, it's Hockman, Crowder, and Solana. You can hear us every weekday afternoon from 2 till 6 p.m. on the Marlins flagship WQAM.
And when we're not doing the show, I'm listening to Jack Mack and Strom. Marlins baseball, we love it.
And sometimes you'll tune into our show and you'll hear Steven Strom and Jack McMullen talking about our fighting fish.
So enjoy your Marlins baseball on WQAM and enjoy Hockman, Crowder, and Solana every weekday afternoon, 2 till 6.
Go Marlins!
John Crook here. You ever hear sound and immediately know your day just got expensive? You know your day just got expensive. That right there, that's the sound of a bad day. Look, on the field, I'm prepared and ready for anything. Off the field, I'm the same way, because repair bills don't ask permission. They just show up. That's why I have Car Shield, coverage options that help with costly car repairs.
Don't get caught looking. Get a free quote today at carshield.com. Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
Hey, do you want to snap a photo with our latest guest? Don't miss Alumni Selfie Sunday, presented by Leon, tomorrow at Section 205 on the Legends level from 1:40 to 2:40 p.m. to take photos with Charles Johnson. Get your tickets now at marlins.com/tickets. First pitch misses off the plate to Travis Bazzana, the leadoff guy. It's ball one. We're scoreless between the Marlins and the Guardians.
We could have sat up here and talked to CJ all day long.
Man, what a good energy he brings as well. Bazzana takes a called strike, and it's 1-1. And cool, and you mentioned that we didn't even get to talk about Thanksgiving dinner. You told us about that, but tell the audience a little bit about what you did out in Arizona for CJ and the rest of the team, really.
Well, Ralph Milliard was another member of the Florida Marlins at that time then, and I had already coached Ralph Milliard. I hadn't coached CJ in the minors as of yet. But when we went out to Arizona, the Fall League, it's Thanksgiving, and these guys, where are you going tomorrow? Well, I'm going to be at the hotel. So my wife said, bring them over to the house.
Sure.
My wife loves to cook on Thanksgiving, and she's a tremendous cook, period. And, man, she threw down, and I fed them boys. It just makes you feel – I felt like a dad anyway. I mean, you feel like when these guys, man, I started with these guys, Luis Castillo and all these guys, the young guys in this organization, guys that have really done special things. They're wearing the Marlins jackets. I coached all those kids. Kevin Millar, Billy McMillan, all those guys. I had a lot of fun with those guys. It was really, really fun. But as a coach, it's a responsibility. You got to make sure these guys are eating well. You got to make sure they're getting their rest at night. All of that. I mean, it's a huge responsibility when you get these kids in professional baseball. Like the kid we drafted today, Jacob Lombard. He's 17, 18 years old.
Yeah.
He leaves home for the first time. He's got to have some men in that organization that's going to be firm with him and stern and teach him how to be a man.
Sure. And the Marlins have done a heck of a job, assembling coaching staffs, not just at the major league level, but at the minor league level as well, to kind of help guys make that transition. A 3-2 to Bazzana popped up high in the sky, shallow center. Shortstop Lopez is backpedaling. He will make the catch, calling Marcy off, and he's got it for out number one. And it's a huge element.
Game today. I mean, Yuri, man, doesn't look as good, obviously, as he did 5 days ago. But even when he doesn't have his best stuff out there, he's not commanding the best stuff, he can still get a lot of outs, man. His stuff just plays at this level.
Yuri, at the beginning of the year, when he had that 5.5 ERA through 10 starts, we were talking about the long ball, right? It was always the untimely homer that was kind of driving the ERA up and unfortunately putting the Marlins on the losing side at points. When misses low, a changeup for ball one. You know, it really does seem like over the last 5 starts, when Yuri's in the strike zone, like he can dare people to try and beat him, and they're just not beating him. So when he keeps the ball in the ballpark, it just seems like this guy is one of the better pitchers on the planet.
He is a 20-game winner waiting to happen. Stephen Strom, didn't you tell us earlier today that he's thrown more changeups already this year than he did last year?
I can confirm.
What do you make of that?
Well, I mean, again, getting people off the four-seam fastball. I mean, because there were some starts this year. Remember early in the year, Yuri was throwing like 60% fastball.
Yeah.
The rest of the staff was 40%, but Yuri was 60%. He was the only guy that they would call the fastballs for, most of the fastballs. But as I said, all the foul balls. So they had to come up with something to prevent these hitters from just fouling the ball off, because it becomes, when you got Sandy out there, you got Yuri out there as a hitter, all you're trying to do is get him out the game. So you'll foul off as many pitches as you can to get in that bullpen. So the sinker and the changeup, the usage of that pitch has gone up, and that's why you don't see as many foul balls anymore against Yuri.
We're scoreless in the top of the third, and the 1-0 pitch to Rocchio floats off the plate away. It's 2 balls and no strikes.
So last year, Yuri threw 131 changeups.
Yeah.
And coming into this one, 133.
Oh, wow.
This year.
How about that? There you go.
And Yuri comfortably shy of where he was at innings-wise last year. Fouled back, and it's 2-1.
That's when you know you have a really good fastball. You got a hitter in the batter's box named Rocchio. He's a decent hitter.
Yeah.
But he's looking fastball. He knows he's going to get a fastball, and you still can't catch up to it.
Yuri Perez, again, behind the count, 2 balls and a strike to Rocchio. And the pitch. Rocchio pops that one up again. Foul ground, third base side. Should be playable for Sanoja. Underneath, on the foul track, and he makes the catch for out number 2.
There's only a handful of guys in the big leagues, and Yuri is one, that can tell you, I'm going to throw you a fastball and still throw it by you. There's only a few of these guys now. He can do it. He threw another fastball right there, 1-0. You know Rocchio was looking fastball, and he was late on that one too.
Yuri can do it. You know Mizorowski can do it in Milwaukee.
Sandy could do it too if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Sandy had 8 strikeouts last night. We didn't even say that, but it was a season high.
You know who we've had a kind of similar conversation to about that, where he can like flick the glove forward and say, it's coming, you won't touch it? First pitch to DeLauder misses up and away at 99 for ball 1 is Big Mike out of the Marlins bullpen.
Oh, yes. Iron Mike had been doing it, man.
He's got that kind of fastball where you can know that it's coming, but it's 99 at the top of the zone, and nobody gets on top of it.
He's had a good first half. I don't know if he's pitching around DeLauder or what, or pitching carefully to DeLauder or what, but he already walked him once. Now he's behind him 2-0. Now he can hit that fastball, though.
Yuri's about to get to 50 pitches in the third inning here, but that was 99. They clipped the lower outside edge. Perfect fastball from Yuri Perez. As Rod mentioned, DeLauder walked his first time, but went 2 for 4 with a 2-run homer that proved to be the difference yesterday. It was a 2-run shot from DeLauder and a sac fly from Pizzana, and they won the game 3-2. 2-1. This is low and away. 3 balls and a strike. As Rod mentioned, Jacob Lombard, the newest member of the Miami Marlins organization. Lombard somehow slipped to number 14 in this year's draft. 3-1 misses off the plate away for ball 4. DeLauder has walked twice against Yuri Perez. But Jacob Lombard, again, by MLB.com, the number 5 draft prospect in the country, college or prep. And Lombard, if you are the top 5 prospect, you would think that he'd be going in like the 5 to 8 range, but he somehow managed to fall to 14, and the Marlins snatched him right out of their backyard. Went to Gulliver Prep. First pitch to Kyle Manzardo. In for a called strike.
My youngest son, Andrew, scouts for the Arizona Diamondbacks, and he's been doing that now for about a decade. And he told me point blank, a couple days ago, we were just talking about the draft. I was asking him if he had any kids in his area that he potential high draft. Boy, he said Stanford. He's out in the Northern California area. So he's got Stanford and all those Cal. He's got all those schools.
0-1.
And he told me that he had seen Jacob, and he said that he has the best tools of anybody that he has seen in this draft right here.
Wow. And it seems like the scouting grades would indicate that. I mean, they work on this 20 to 80 scale, which is weird, but again, that's just how baseball scouting
50
is
being
done.
average, right?
50 is average, 20 is bottom of the food chain, 80 is you are elite in this, one of the best. With 2 men gone, the 0-2 to Manzardo is fouled back. And Lombard's best tools on the draft grades is about a 60 to 65 grade runner and raw power-wise. So he is a very strong hitter. He can hit the ball very hard, very far, and he also is a top-flight runner.
And his makeup is 82. His makeup. 6 feet 3, 195 pounds.
0-2. That one lifted down the left field line. That's pretty deep. Heriberto tracking into the corner. He makes the catch. He is step into fair territory. The Marlin left fielder puts it away, and the inning is over. Yuri works around the 2-out walk issued to DeLauder.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now upgrade to a Tempur-Pedic and get a $300 instant gift, plus next-day delivery. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. Next-day delivery available on select mattresses and subject to location. See store for details.
Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free how-tos on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. Get a free oil filter and more during the Celebrate Free event at AutoZone, now through July 27th.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger. For the ones, or just stop by. Grainger. For the ones who get it done.
The Marlin Shoulder Plush presented by BrandSmart USA. Get your tickets now at marlins.com/tickets. Who's in the market for a shoulder plush? The righty Tanner Bybee back out there for the bottom of the 3rd inning. His first pitch to Javier Sanoja in for a called strike, and it's 0-1. No score between the Marlins and the Guardians. Both sides have put up a bit of a threat. The Marlins had runners at first and second in the bottom of the first. 0-1. Sanoja takes low and away, but the best threat came right away when Cleveland had the bases loaded and nobody out in the top of the first inning, and Yuri Perez kept them off the scoreboard with a punch out in the double play. 1-1 from Bybee to Sanoja. Misses low and away for ball 2.
Good take right there by Sanoja on a breaking ball that was down in the strike zone. I heard our #1 draft pick also play soccer. Did you hear that?
Jacob Lombard.
A good soccer player.
Apparently his first love was soccer. 2-1.
I just love that about some of the baseball players that we do get at this level, the guys that have played 2 sports.
Yeah.
Because you gain motor skills from playing basketball. Steven can tell you that. Guys gain toughness from football. You get foot speed from soccer. Basketball, agility.
Yeah, that one lifted out to right, hanging up for Khalil Watson. He makes the catch, and there's one man gone.
Yeah, you can learn a lot from playing another sport.
Hey, real quick, let's pause 10 seconds for station ID here on the Marlins Radio Network.
Marlins baseball on WQAM-FM and HD1 Miramar. WQAM-AM Miami. And Odyssey Sports Station.
Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
Now Bybee back at the top, seeing Liam Hicks, who walked his first time. First pitch to Hicks. That one a broken bat, little roller foul, first base side.
You know, speaking of guys that played other sports, of course, Marcy played some football. He was a football guy, but Xavier, he was a tennis player.
Yep.
Played a lot of tennis growing up. You don't think all that agility playing tennis and moving left and right and balls of the feet, you don't think that helps him play second base?
100%, and it's kind of an unorthodox second sport. When you hear baseball and somebody played something else, you always think football. Everybody thinks football. But it's fun to see, baseball and soccer? Really? Matt Manning of the Tigers, right? He was a really good basketball player.
His dad was too.
When you hear that, it's just like, wow, you know what? Like, That's fun, and that's a unique set of skills. So when you hear soccer, what comes to mind for you? Obviously, he's a really good runner, but what else? Maybe
foot speed, athleticism. When I think soccer, that's what I think. Endurance, that's what
Twitchy.
I think.
Yeah. 0-1. Hicks with the bouncing ball over to second. Bazana's got that. He tosses to first, and there are 2 men going.
Hey, while we have a moment, hey, fans, the best deal of the summer is here. For a limited time, get 50% off Marlins TV and stream the rest of the season for only $27.99. Visit Marlins TV to sign up today for the best deal in town. We got one of the best baseball teams playing right now in Miami. Get out and watch it, or watch them on the tube.
It's Otto Lopez to more MVP chance.
He's in the conversation.
First pitch to Otto.
Only 2 guys have a better WAR than Otto Lopez. Of course, Shohei. He's a 6 WAR player. And going into last night's game, Otto Lopez was a 4.4 win player. Wow. He's way up there.
Other guy, what, Pete Crow Armstrong?
He was 4th, I think. It was somebody number 2. I forget who it was, though.
0-1 misses off the plate. It's a ball and a strike to Otto.
It wouldn't take to figure out.
Let's go to the internet. No, 1-1. That one misses upstairs. It's 2 balls and a strike. Ohtani 1. PCA in Chicago 2.
He's 2.
Bobby Witt Jr. in the American League, mind you, is 3. And then Otto Lopez is 4th in baseball.
PCA, they swapped yesterday. Lopez, it must have went one higher yesterday. But being in the top 5 is good.
It's amazing. No, that one misses low, and it's 3 balls and a strike. In terms of full-time position players, Otto Lopez is 3rd. And right behind him, James Wood in Washington, Kevin McGonigal in Detroit. How about that rookie, man? We saw him early. J.J. Weatherholt's up there as well, but McGonigal.
He went deep yesterday, opposite field. Come on, Otto.
3-1 to Otto. Misses low for ball 4. Lopez draws himself a 2-out walk. That'll bring up Kyle Stowers. Again, lefties can hit the ball out of the ballpark against Tanner Bybee. 14 of the 20 home runs that he has allowed have come against left-handed hitters. Interesting thought exercise. If you still think that win-loss record matters, I don't want to say that. It can matter at points. Throw over to check on Otto, and he's back in diving safely. But if you still view wins and losses as something that is a direct correlation to a pitcher being valuable, think again. Tanner Bybee has allowed the same number of earned runs as his rotation mate Gavin Williams. Tanner Bybee's 2-9. Wow. Williams is 10-4.
How about that?
The identical number of earned runs. Going in for a called strike, and it's 0-1.
Is that right?
Meanwhile, one of them is a 10-win pitcher, and the other is leading the American League in losses. So Otto's at first. Stowers had singled through the right side of the infield against Bybee his first time. Scoreless bottom 3, and the 0-1. Misses inside. It's a ball and a strike. Well, Cleveland, maybe they're thinking they upgraded defensively at the catching position, but this tandem of Austin Hedges and Patrick Bailey, Stephen Vogt was signing up for some light hitting. Now, Hedges has punched above his weight offensively. 1-1. That one misses off the plate, but unfortunately, it just seems like Bo Naylor wasn't really becoming the answer for the Guardians at the catching position.
Yeah, Cleveland's always had some really good catchers.
2-1 from Bybee to Stowers. Jet swing on a pitch low. He did not offer. It's 3 balls and a strike.
Otto Lopez has not taken off as of yet. Bybee has a pretty quick move, and Jack has already told you that Bailey behind the plate, he wins Gold Gloves, and he's a really good thrower.
Otto with a decent-sized lead over at first. With 2 men gone, the 3-1. Stowers takes a called strike. Cutter on the lower outside corner.
I think it's going to be a strike.
He's going to challenge.
It's a good challenge, but I think it did shave the outside corner. If it did, just barely.
ABS is powered by T-Mobile. That one did just barely shave the outside corner.
That's a good challenge, though. But you can just tell he got it. There was a good pitch by Bybee. Lopez, well, he's going to be on the move anyways. 2 outs.
And the count 3-2 on Kyle. That call is confirmed, so the Marlins down to one available challenge the rest of the way. Stowers is granted time ahead of the 3-2.
And what Bybee has done quite a bit today, he's thrown lots of breaking balls and change-ups and fastball counts, kind of pitching backwards. But as a hitter, you have to still kind of really think about your fastball and just adjust to anything else that he might throw you, because if you're thinking the other way around, you won't catch up to the fastball.
Payoff pitch. Otto gets a head start, and Stowers takes a called third strike.
Oh, challenge it.
He's going to challenge again.
That's ball 4.
He was hopping up and down.
That's ball 4.
Now we'll go up to the big board.
It's ball 4.
And that one did miss off the plate away.
Great challenge. He was a little scared. You saw he was looking at his dugout.
It's like, oh, man.
Do I dare do it twice?
And Marcy jumping for joy right now with a huge smile. Like, yeah, man, you did it.
I love that.
It pays off. Back-to-back walks. Marlins overturn the call. And their runners at first and second with 2 men out for Xavier Edwards. Stowers keeps the inning alive with help of the AVS challenge system.
Xavier comes to the plate once again with runners in scoring position.
First pitch to X. Oh, what a good curveball dropped in for a called strike. Now check that. That was a cutter.
Bybee has already walked 4 batters.
He walked Hicks in the first, Marcy in the second, and back-to-back guys here in the third. He's about to throw his 49th pitch. It's on the way in an 0-1. And X with the bouncing ball. That's through the left side of the infield. That's a base hit. Kwan going to come up ready to fire. He throws it to second. They get Stowers before Lopez crosses the plate.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness. Now, Chad Whitson immediately said they tagged Stowers before Otto crossed the plate. Blake Butler is on the horn of the dugout, and they will not challenge. That's why he's a Gold Glover. Stephen Kwan with a super high IQ throw to go get Stowers, who is rounding second base. The shortstop Rocchio applied the tag. The second baseman Bazana applied the tag on Stowers before Otto touched the plate. And Kwan in left, and it keeps the Marlins off the board. We're through 3. No score on the Marlins radio network. Everyone knows BrandSmart USA as the heavy hitters, like big screen TVs and appliances, but our lineup is way deeper than you think. We've got mattresses, furniture, and grills for the cookout, plus everything from fitness equipment, vacuums, AC units, the latest tech, and more to keep your home running like a pro. We make life easier with fast delivery, professional installation, haul away, and our own in-house repair centers. All at the lowest price with 0% interest financing and buy now, pay later options. BrandSmart USA. Favorite brands, lowest prices guaranteed.
Hey, it's Joe Rose and Hollywood. Catch us weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m. right here on WQAM. We've got Marlins news and everything else going on in South Florida sports, including the Canes, Heat, Panthers, and the Dolphins. Spend your mornings with us right here on the home of the Marlins, FM 104.3 WQAM, and always streaming on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
And, of course, Joe, they can always catch all of our interviews that we do on the show on our website at WQAM.com.
Hey, turn the music down for 1 second. Listen. That annoying sound is probably nothing, right? That's how expensive repairs start. John Crook here. In baseball, ignore the signs and you will pay for it. Same thing with your car, because breakdowns don't wait until you're ready. That's why there's Car Shield. They can help cover the cost of expensive repairs. When something goes wrong, you've got a plan.
Don't get caught looking. Get a free quote today at carshield.com. Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
It's lunatics, well, it ain't nothing wrong with that.
Well, Fish fans, a reminder that Progressive Insurance can. Fish fans, a reminder that Progressive Insurance can protect your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, ATV, RV, and more. In short, a lot of things. Bundled today at progressive.com. Yuri Perez, his first pitch to Khalil Watson, misses off the plate away for ball 1. Such a tough way for the bottom of the third to end on the Edwards single. Stowers caught rounding second. The tag was applied on him right before Otto Lopez crossed home plate, so no run on the board on what should have been an RBI knock for X. I want to tap her foul right side, and it's 1-1.
Well, Stowers should not have been thrown out, but Kwan kind of came up and almost looked like he was going to throw the ball home, but he threw it to second base. Stowers thought he was going to throw the ball to home. He was going to try to go to third base, and therefore really was not looking at the play. And if you're Otto Lopez, That's one of those times where you'll always have to run through home plate. You can't slow down. You got to run through the bag.
Khalil Watson smokes one over to first. Stowers plucks that on one hard hop, and he will jog into the bag himself for a 3 unassisted putout for out number 1. And we're scoreless here in the top of the 4th inning between the Marlins and the Cleveland Guardians. Khalil Watson, the former Marlin first-round pick, he's 0 for 2 with a couple of bounce outs.
Meanwhile, Stowers continues to flash leather over at first base. He has acquitted himself very nicely over at first this year for a guy that really hasn't played the position since college.
And now it's Gabriel Arias. First pitch. Arias takes low and away. A slider for ball 1. And Gabriel Arias, he singled up the gut. This is his first time, and it looks like Yuri has a undone shoelace, so he ties up that right cleat, and he's set to go again. Yuri about to throw pitch number 60 tonight. Now, notably, he got through 7 innings last time out of 92 pitches. That one lined down the left field line, hit off the netting. It's a foul ball, and it's 1-1. These are two teams that play the game in an exciting way. They play high-speed, relentless baseball, very athletic baseball, but one of them already has a nickname. Guard ball has been a thing for quite a while at this point. 1-1. That one a flare into shallow center. X leaps up. He cannot grab it. It trickles into center for a base hit. X was drifting back on that slowly hit liner that just kept on drifting to center, and he could not make the catch jumping up. That's a 2-for-2 day for Gabriel Arias.
If Xavier could have just turned his body one way and took 1 or 2 steps to run back on that ball instead of backpedaling, he might have been able to make the play, but it's a difficult play, especially when you're backpedaling. It's tough to elevate.
Now it's Petey Halpin. Now this was the part of the lineup that Perez put out in short order in the second. Halpin struck out. Bailey, who's on deck, he struck out as well. First pitch to Halpin misses off the plate away. A sinker at 98. We're scoreless top 4. Yeah, native of San Mateo, California. That's Southern California, right? San Mateo? Northern. 1-0 pitch. Halpin sprays it back in foul. Left side, it's 1-1. Again, it was great visiting with Charles Johnson earlier in the ball game.
A lot of fun.
4-time Gold Glove Award winner Charles Johnson had some really nice things to say about Joe Mack and has been keeping tabs on Mr. Mack.
When Charles was playing in the big leagues, he was known as one of the best defensive catchers in the big leagues.
1-1. Halpin again fouls it back.
And he was a big boy, too. But he was so quiet, and he moved so gracefully behind the plate with very strong hands, but at the same time, soft hands.
Charles Johnson also, he had himself a 30-homer season to his name. He had 31 homers in 2000. Did that between Baltimore and the White Sox. Arias was dancing over at first base. A throw over to check on him, and he's back in diving safely. Yuri Perez looking to hunker down, get through a day where it seems like he doesn't really have his best command. 1-2 to Halpin again has to wait. They're over to check on Arias. That's the second disengagement. And here at a 1-2 count, Arias could get a much better jump.
And Sandy Alomar Jr., first base coach for the Cleveland Indians. He's been in that capacity for about 2 decades.
They've got guys that have been around for a minute. You mentioned their pitching coach, Carl Willis.
So Sandy has been the first base coach through about 5 different managers.
Arias on the go. That one a flare into left. That drops in for a base hit in front of Burt. Arias will stay put at second base. And Petey Halpin has himself yet another single for the Guardians. And there are 2 on with 1 away for the 8-hitting catcher, Pat Bailey.
Not necessarily hitting the ball hard against the Marlins at all. But yet, they've got some hits. Our second pick is in.
Do we have, and Trevor Harris, let us know if we've got the draft jingle.
Ethan Kleinschmidt. How do you say that name, Jack?
Kleinschmidt.
Out of Oregon State.
Yeah. Oh, and misses upstairs. Fitting that the Marlins are playing Bazana and Quan right now, the Oregon State Beavers.
They've got some good players coming out of Oregon. They have a nice program.
That might be fun to keep tabs on as the Marlins make their selections. If we have like that draft sound. Both runners with a great shuffle and a head start. Mack has no throw. They stole that on Yuri Perez. Arias, the lead man, took 2 shuffles towards third base before Yuri even lifted his left leg, and the trail runner Halpin followed him. So that's a double steal.
As big a jump as he had, I mean, somebody's got to alert Yuri. Somebody's got to say something. And if you're Yuri, you got to pay attention to him as well. You can just not let him walk to third base like that.
Well, the Marlins infield pulls in. We're scoreless in the top of the 4th, but the count's 2-0 on Patrick Bailey. Runners at second and third, 1 away. And the 2-0. Bailey fouls it back, and it's 2-1. Bailey is a guy that you can hunt a punch out against. He will strike out a bit. The guy waiting on deck is not that kind of guy. Now, Stephen Kwan, lower batting average than we've become accustomed to from him, but he's still, as Rod made the point last night, up there with a rise in terms of not swinging and missing on pitches in the strike zone. Two 2-1 to Bailey. He again fouls it back. A sinker at 98, up and away, and it's 2-2.
Yuri has had to pitch around quite a bit of foot traffic here today. He's been pitching out of that stretch quite a bit.
Yuri shakes a couple of times. He and Mac can't get on the same page, and Yuri going to step off to avoid a pitch clock violation. Bad news from Trevor Harris. We don't have a draft sound, but you know what I'm talking about, the NFL draft sound.
I know that sound.
But yeah, Ethan Kleinschmidt, the next pick by the Marlins out of Oregon State. Kleinschmidt, a left-handed starting pitcher for the Beavers this year. The 2-2 is cut on and missed. A punch out when Yuri needed it most. Bailey mighty frustrated. And that's a K for out number 2. Runners stay put at second and third, and now it's Stephen Kwan.
Outstanding slider that he threw there to get the strikeout of Bailey. And right underneath the bat on the inside corner, right toward the back foot. But you know Kwan, for the most part, is going to put the ball in play. So defenders in the infield, you got to be leaving your feet if anything's hit on the ground.
First pitch to Kwan is cut on and missed.
98 up top. Good pitch. Really good pitch. Might want to go right back up there. You don't want to do him any favors. That much I do know. Guys that really have good bat-to-ball skills, you don't want to throw them breaking balls because they usually stay back pretty well and they just put it in play. You don't want that.
0-1. Kwan takes low. That was a sinker at 98. Ethan Kleinschmidt in 15 starts this year at a 3.7 ERA for Oregon State. Punched out 97 guys in 77 innings of work. Runners second and third. 2 men gone here in the top of the 4th. And the 1-1 to Kwan. He loops that one foul. Left side. He's in the hole. 1-2.
And you could tell that Kwan just not feeling real good about what he's doing. He took that swing and he just shook his head in disgust. Like, man, I got to be able to put that in play. But things aren't going well for him right now. Let's hope that they stay that way for the next couple of days, and especially during the course of this at-bat.
Yuri's 73rd pitch.
Yeah, Yuri's got one more inning, and that's it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Bybee, he's right about 50 pitches through his 3 innings. He's really had to work this frame. Yuri has. 1-2 to Kwan. That one a line shot. That's a fair ball. Down the third base line. This will plate 2. You just heard Kwan scream. A release of emotion. He will pull into second base. He's got a 2-run double. And that's a guy that's been trying to find that swing for months this year.
He threw a fastball up in the strike zone at 98 miles an hour, and all he did was put bat on the ball. And he was able to hit the ball right down the third baseline for a stand-up double. Not even a full swing by Kwan. All he wanted to do was put the ball in play, and he gets rewarded with a double and 2 RBI.
It's a 2-run double, and again, Cleveland opens scoring here in the top of the 4th. It's 2-0 Guardians.
Yuri pretty much has been pitching out of quite a few jams tonight, but he was not able to pitch out of this one today.
And now it's Bazzana. First pitch to him is in for a called strike.
It's also not uncommon, though, for a guy to do what Yuri did, 92 pitches of perfect baseball, 5 days, and then to have a little bit of a clunker the next time out. It's just baseball. I mean, it's just sometimes it's that way.
Yeah. Bazzana's 1 for 2 against Yuri. And the 0-1. He swings over the top of a slider. It's 0-2. Well, Quan with a 2-run double. He did plate the first run of the game, and it's brought to you by ADT, the official security partner of the Miami Marlins. Introducing ADT Blue, all new, easy to install DIY home security. Inside, outside, everywhere. When you get ADT Blue, we've got you. Build your system at ADT.com/blue, BLU. 0-2 to Bazzana. That one lifted out to left field. That's pretty deep, pushing Heriberto just shy of the track, but he's got room, and he makes the catch to end of the inning. Damage done on the 2-run double, just shoved the other way by Quan down the third base line. We go to the bottom of the...
Out here, if you're doing nothing, you're doing everything right. Though on a cruise with Norwegian, even if you're doing nothing, you're still basking in the warm sun, enjoying the peaceful ocean waves. You're breathing. Don't forget about breathing. Definitely need to be breathing. So you get to do nothing, or everything, but you still need to be breathing. It's like really important.
Experience the difference with cruises to Alaska, the Caribbean, and Europe. Norwegian Cruise Line. It's different out here. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Norwegian Cruise Line ships registry to the Bahamas and USA.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you can put your sports IQ to work on the games you know best. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. Buy or sell your predictions all game long. Trade every play with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Empower.
After wanting one for years, Kevin is finally enjoying his new hot tub.
This is the life.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money, so now he can be a little bad.
Oh, no, not my phone.
Oh, Kevin. Kevin's phone may be in hot water, but his finances aren't. Invest well, live a little. Start today at Empower.com.
And special ticket packages includes an exclusive Top Gun cap. Get your tickets now at Marlins.TopGun.
Now, are you?
That was a movie.
That was a movie.
That was a movie.
Did you see the new one?
No, I haven't seen the new one.
Oh, it's really good.
It ain't as good as the first one, though. It can't be.
I think it might be as good.
That was good stuff.
I'll tell you, like, there's minimal plot in the second one. I'll say that, but it's just dudes flying planes. It's awesome. It is awesome. Well, Tanner Bybee back out there for the bottom of the fourth inning. He's working with the lead. He can't say that often this year. First pitch to Heriberto Hernandez in for a called strike, and it's 0-1.
Well, you can see why the Guardians are a first-place club right now as we speak. They've got some good pitching, and they play really good defense. They're not hitting as well as they would like to at this particular time, but their pitching is pretty much intact. They got a good bullpen. They got a good manager.
Now, we mentioned it last night, but worth revisiting because we're barreling towards it. The Guardians are, in all likelihood, headed to the break. One misses up and in for ball 2 to Burt with using 5 starting pitchers.
Yeah.
Cantillo makes his scheduled start tomorrow. That'll be 5 starting pitchers used by the Guardians before the All-Star break. Notably, 0 injuries. 2-1 is in for a called strike, and it's 2-2. And it's something they have historically done over the course of the last decade or so, particularly post-COVID. The Guardians, in terms of starting rotation, they are one of the quote-unquote softest throwing rotations in baseball. Heriberto pops one up high in the air behind the plate. Catcher Bailey right on the on-deck circle on the first base side makes the catch for out number 1. Really, over the last couple of years, hat tip to Paul Hambakidis for doing this research, but over the last couple of years, they've been near the bottom of the bottom of the barrel, like bottom 5 in all of baseball in terms of starting pitcher fastball velocity. So while they may not have the fastball velo, they stay on the hill. Starting pitcher injuries for Cleveland is really not something they deal with too often. Bybee seeing Griffin Conine now, and the first pitch misses off the plate away for ball 1.
They look for pitchers.
Yep.
They're not necessarily chasing velocity, and they're looking for guys that can command the baseball, guys that can pitch, guys that hold runners. They're looking for good pitchers. They're not necessarily looking for throwers.
1-0. Conine lashes into right field. That is down for a base hit. On one hop, it gets out to Watson. It's a birthday knock for the birthday boy, turning 29 today. Griffin Conine has himself a one-out single. Conine, he looped it into right, and that'll bring up Marcy, who walked his first time up. And 2-0 Cleveland over the Fish here in the bottom of the fourth. And the first pitch, Marcy takes a called strike on a sinker. You got a good dap and hug from Mr. Marcy today in the clubhouse.
Absolutely, it's my guy.
Detroit's very own Jacob Marcy. At Dearborn's very own. 0-1. That one lifted back and foul left side, and it's 0-2.
And I simply told him, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
I'm extremely proud of you. That's all they need to hear, man. They just want people to know that you're they're in your corner. And I mean it. You know what I mean? I'm proud of this guy.
Yeah.
And what he's gone through this year for the first 3 months, keeping his head above water.
He's coming out the other side of it. He walked his first time up against Bybee, but he's hitting it even 200. He got the clip back to 200. Conine at first, one away. The 0-2 from Bybee. Marcy with a tapper foul, first base side.
Yeah, that was a really good pitch to hit right there. And Bybee probably knows that was a mistake, a slow breaking ball right over the heart of the plate with 2 strikes. It's not a really good pitch for him. He's fortunate that Marcy didn't hit it harder than that.
Jacob Marcy starting to do more and more damage over the course of the last week or two.
He's got a lot of room down that third baseline.
0-2 missed inside, a sinker at 93. You've got Arias and Rocchio practically shaking hands with each other on the left side of the infield. Rocchio's shifting as far as he possibly can towards second base. And then Arias is playing where the shortstop Rocchio typically does. 1-2. Now Marcy golfs the ball high in the sky, foul right side. I think it's the upper reaches of the ballpark.
He got up in the light tower.
Yeah, but about 200 feet foul.
Hanging breaking ball.
He was in off the plate too. Again, the count's a ball and 2 strikes. Right-hander Bybee set at the letters. And Marcy granted time ahead of the 1-2. Well, Bybee pops off the back of the hill. Again, he's at 61 pitches. Uri through 4 innings is at 76 pitches. He was playing with fire for quite a bit of time. Unfortunately, Stephen Kwan burned him with a 2-run double down the left field line. And that's where we stand right now. After the timeout, the 1-2 is in there for a called third strike. 93 on the outside rail. Marcy goes into a deep crouch. He does not challenge.
He wanted to.
Yeah. The Marlins down to just 1 available after Stowers unfortunately lost 1 earlier. Marcy strikes out, and there are 2 men gone. We got another pick, huh?
Another pitcher.
Brian Peterson, right-hander out of Sam Houston State. 105 punch-outs in just under 90 innings this year. First pitch to Joe Mack. He lifts that one out to right field, decently deep. Watson is back onto the edge of the track, and he makes the catch to end the inning. So Bybee has fired 4 scoreless frames. We go to the 5th. It's 2-0 Cleveland on the Marlins Radio Network. Home field is everything, and with introducing ADT Blue, DIY systems that you can set up in a snap. Add pro monitoring for backup when you need it. Keep tabs yourself with the ADT Plus app, and easily add new devices when you need them. In the stands or at home, when you get ADT Blue, we've got you. Set your home up for safety at ADT.com. ADT is the official smart security partner of the Miami Marlins. For license information, visit ADT.com.
Hey, Marlins fans, it's Hockman, Crowder, and Solana. You can hear us every weekday afternoon from 2 till 6 p.m. on the Marlins flagship WQAM.
And when we're not doing the show, I'm listening to Jack Mack and Strom. Marlins baseball, we love it.
And sometimes you'll tune into our show and you'll hear Steven Strom and Jack McMullen talking about our fighting fish.
So enjoy your Marlins baseball on WQAM and enjoy Hockman, Crowder, and Solana every weekday afternoon, 2 till 6. Go Marlins!
John Crook here. And baseball stats can tell you a lot. When your car breaks, you want a company that has all the right stats on your team. CarShield's been in business for over 20 years. That's staying power. They're America's most trusted auto protection. That's reputation. They've sold over 3 million contracts. That's a whole lot of happy drivers. Let CarShield help with costly repairs when an unexpected breakdown happens.
Don't get caught looking. Get a free quote today at carshield.com. Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
Rugi. So Rugi was when I was drafted out of college at the time, the Cleveland Indian. Rugi was my first manager in rookie ball in the Appalachian League, the Burlington Indians. So I've known Rugi for, it's been a long time now. And great man. I remember Rugi, you can imagine things are so new. You can imagine things are so new, when you go into that new place and a new chapter in your life. And he was just such an easygoing individual and cared about people. So always have a soft spot for Rugi, and I'm thrilled he's been in this organization. I don't know how many years, man. I mean, he's so to be here in the big leagues now, he certainly earned that. It was nice to just say hi to him yesterday for a minute.
Really cool stuff as Rocchio flies out to center field for the first out. Clayton McCullough, if you didn't know, was a 22nd round pick of the Cleveland Indians at the time in 2002, and Rugi Odor, the third base coach for the Guardians, currently managed him. And Rugi is also the uncle of the individual that played for the Texas Rangers as well. His name is evading me.
Rugned Odor.
Rugned Odor.
The punch heard around the country.
He was the one that stuck Jose Bautista.
Yeah, he was, man.
He caught him.
That wasn't fair.
2-0 Cleveland. The 1-0 to DeLauder missed low and in. It's 2-0. I love that you followed up because we were trying to remember what the relationship was. And
yes,
manager.
Yes. Isn't that crazy? It's unbelievable. These guys in baseball, man, they're like cockroaches. They just never leave.
I can attest to that. I ain't going nowhere either.
2-0 to DeLauder, fouled back, and it's 2-1. Again, 2-0 Cleveland on the double from Kwon.
Baseball is a wonderful game.
Rod, you mentioned a couple other of the baseball lifers that are with Cleveland. Carl Willis,
right.
Sandy Alomar Jr.
Yep.
Now, Sandy Jr. is Roberto's brother.
Correct.
And Roberto, a heck of a player.
Oh, my goodness. He set the standard for second baseman back in the day.
2-1 misses low and in. 3 balls and a strike.
Switch hitter with power, but defensively he was nice. Sandy was a good catcher for a long, long time.
Count 3 balls and a strike on DeLauder, who's walked twice against Uri.
It's almost like they're not pitching to him today. DeLauder, they're not letting him play today. I don't mind it, though.
3-1, a bouncing ball right back of the hill. Uri plucks it, and an underhand toss to first is in time for out number 2. Advantage count for DeLauder, and he puts just a lazy ground ball right back of the hill. And that'll bring up Manzardo, who's 0 for 2 with a punch out and a flyout. Uri about to throw his 84th pitch. It's been a taxing 5.
It has been. No question about that.
If he gets through this inning in 86 pitches, you think he's out there for a 6th?
I don't think so.
That one cut on and missed. 99 up top, and it's 0-1.
But it speaks volumes at the intestinal fortitude that Uri does have to go out there with less than his best stuff and only give up 2 runs.
Yeah. 0-1. Manzardo hits that one out to center. That's down for a base hit. On the heels of a start where he was perfect in Sacramento, that's 7 hits against Uri Perez. And Manzardo is 1 for 3.
7 singles, too, right?
Kwon with the double.
Right.
But that was a single swing that
it was.
resulted in a double.
They really haven't hit many balls hard yet either. They really haven't hit balls hard. I mean, a lot of bloop singles and ball Kwon wasn't hit hard. But this is what they do, though.
First pitch to Khalil Watson in for a called strike.
Khalil did hit one hard his first time up right at Xavier for the 4-6-3 double play.
Khalil Watson, again, a high school shortstop drafted by the Marlins back in 21, but has debuted as an outfielder. He played center last night, playing right today. 0-1. Now Watson pops it foul left side and into the seats. It's no balls and 2 strikes.
For the second consecutive year, the Marlins take a shortstop with their first overall pick. They took Avi Arquette last year. And if you've been watching the way that Peter Bendix does his business the last 3 years, he loves athleticism. He loves guys that can run. He loves guys that can defend. He likes power. He likes defense. He likes athletes.
To the Watson is cut on and missed. A slider bearing low and in gets Yuri out of the 5th. Yuri Perez with a punch-out strands the 2-out single from Manzardo. Halfway home, it's 2-0 Cleveland on the Marlins radio network.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Another broken bat, another job for Gorilla Glue, the official sponsor of Broken Bats and so much more. Gorilla Glue is incredibly strong, 100% tough, and bonds virtually everything from quick fixes to serious repairs, indoors and out. And you can trust it will hold because the big gorilla made sure of it. Gorilla Glue, for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Your coffee would never get cold. Your flight would always be on time. And your mattress would always respond to you and your unique sleep needs. Sleep Number mattresses are designed to respond to your body and shift with your changing life, helping you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, to a good life sleep.
Well, the ultimate goal of an MLB fan, seeing it all. The MLB Journey to 30 sweepstakes presented by T-Mobile is the ultimate bucket list. Enter now for your chance to win trips. Is the ultimate bucket list. Enter now for your chance to win trips to all 30 ballparks. Yes, all 30. Go to MLB.com/journey to 30 sweeps. Well, we're in the bottom of the 5th inning, and Javier Sanoja going to lead things off against Tanner Bybee. And the first pitch to Sanoja, that one laced down the left field line, but hitting off the foul netting near the angled up wall, and it's 0-1. So one of our Marlins ball boys, Noah, I met his mom the other day at the DMV.
Is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
How'd that combo
You had to get your license renewed?
0-1. That one a chopper right side of second. The second baseman Bazana has got that, and he tosses to first, and there's one away. I needed to renew the registration on the car and transfer the title to Florida and all that stuff.
Yeah.
If you guys want the VIN number, I can give you that right now. But yeah, no, I was sitting in there, and I did it right before I came to the ballpark. So I was wearing like a Marlins quarter zip, and she asked, "Do you work for the team?" I said, "Yeah."
Sure I do. I work for the Marlins.
I said, "Yeah." And she said,
"Proud to say it."
She said, "My son Noah's one of the ball boys." I said, "Really? How about that?" So we got into a good conversation. Got a really nice note from her the other day saying that, like most DMV goers, it was a very stressful morning, but our conversation about the fish kind of alleviated her thoughts. Curveball misses low to Hicks for ball 1. So, yeah, I haven't gotten to meet Noah yet, but I want to tell him he's got a lovely mom who, in the eyes of stress at the DMV, was a joy to speak to. 1-0 pitch. Hicks with a little roller that is over the mound, and that hits off the second base bag. It trickles into right center. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Rocchio was just waiting for it, and it hit off the pillow. He couldn't grab it, and Hicks is aboard on an obstacle-induced single.
It's the second time we've seen that in the last couple of series. I believe it was Otto Lopez hit a ball right back up the middle against the Seattle Mariners, and it hit the bag and kicked right over Young, the second baseman's head, for a single for Otto Lopez. Third time through the lineup now. They've got to get some better at-bats against Bybee. He's pretty much had his way against our guys. We haven't had many good swings today.
First pitch misses off the plate away for ball one. It has been a clinical.
Second time he started Otto Lopez off with that changeup today.
Yep.
He's thrown more changeups to Otto today than he has any other righty in the lineup.
Now, Bybee leans on the changeup. He leans on the curveball. He leans on the sweeper. All three are good. 1-0 pitch. Lopez takes it, called strike, a sinker at 92 on the outside edge.
He's been mixing his pitches in very well, led by the Gold Glove catcher Bailey. I mean, one time if they lead you off with a fastball, then they come back with a breaking pitch. He hasn't really made any mistakes over the heart of the plate. Everything has been on the corners, the edges.
Got action in the Marlin pen. Looks like the lefty Cade Gibson is probably getting ready for length, but Gibson was outstanding against Seattle in both of his appearances. 1-1. One misses low and away. Another changeup. The righty Lopez, and Bybee really frustrated that he just yanked that changeup.
Well, he thought he had him set up for that pitch, and he's upset at himself that he wasn't able to execute it, because now he sits in a 2-1 count, and it's just a matter of time before Lopez gets a good swing off. He has really not gotten his A swing off the last couple of days, but it's just a matter of time.
Pitch number 70 for Bybee, runs up and in, a curveball, and it's 3 balls and a strike. And again, it has been a clinical start for the starting pitchers for Cleveland this weekend. Messick went 6 innings, a 1-hit ball yesterday. Only hit was a home run from Burt. Meanwhile, Bybee's working on 4 1/3 shutout at the outset of this one. 3-1. I'm going to tap her foul, third base side. And the count runs full on Otto Lopez. Otto Lopez, of course, the league's leading hitter. It seems like he's lapping the field. He's got more than a dozen more hits than anybody else in Major League Baseball.
They just put up on television Otto Lopez is a hot and cold zone, which shows you all the zones up, down, and in the middle. And every last one of his zones is hot. Strike 3.
Payoff misses low, apparently. Hicks got a head start. That one into center field. Alpin picks it up, and he will toss it back in. I think it was maybe called ball 4, but Bailey get a challenge. Yep. It could be a walk, but Lopez challenging. Or it could be a walk to Lopez, but Bailey challenging, and Bailey does win the challenge. So Otto, he strikes out looking.
Looked like a strike to me, too.
And there are 2 men gone. Hicks does push to second on a stolen base.
How about that? He's 2 for 2 now, right?
There you go. And Stephen Vogt on the top step of the Guardian dugout as the home plate umpire Chad Whitson meets with the entire crew.
What is he asking for? Interference?
I have no idea what they could be conversing about.
Was he asking for Lopez interference, maybe? Yeah, that's what they're trying to say. Trying to call interference.
Bailey, again, it's why he's one of the best. He makes the throw down to second base, and as soon as that ball comes off his fingertips, he's tapping the top of his catcher's mask. So they didn't catch Hicks. It could have very well been a strike him out, throw him out situation to end the inning, but instead a runner in scoring position. And the inning stays alive for Kyle Stowers, who's singled and walked so far today against Bybee. First pitch from the Guardian righty is on the way. And that one in for a called strike, a sweeper on the outside edge.
He has pitched Stowers tough. He shaved the outside corner with that breaking ball a couple different times. He's gone up and in with that fastball. He has really tied him up.
0-1. Stowers with a line shot on a couple of hops over to second. Pizzano's got that. He tosses to first, and the inning is over. Tanner Bybee is through 5 scoreless innings. He strands a man at second base, and we go to the 6th.
If you're doing nothing, you're doing everything right. Though on a cruise with Norwegian, even if you're doing nothing, you're still basking in the warm sun, enjoying the peaceful ocean waves. You're breathing. Don't forget about breathing. Definitely need to be breathing. So you get to do nothing or everything, but you still need to be breathing. It's like really important.
Experience the difference with cruises to Alaska, the Caribbean, and Europe. Norwegian Cruise Line. It's different out here. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Norwegian Cruise Line ships registry to the Bahamas and USA.
Hey, it's Tobin and Leroy. Catch us weekdays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. right here on WQAM. You know, we got the Marlins and everything else going on in South Florida sports. We like to have a good time, shenanigans, and I'll tell you how they don't make them like Brad Penny anymore. Weekdays, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Catch us on your home for the Marlins. FM 104.3, WQAM, and always streamed on Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
Miami, are you ready to step into Pop Air? From over 7 million visitors worldwide, Balloon Museum returns to Miami with a whole new exhibition. Discover monumental inflatable artworks, interactive installations, and surreal environments where air becomes art. A joyful experience designed to spark curiosity, imagination, and wonder for all ages. Now at Mana Wynwood, Pop Air. Wynwood, Pop Air. Hey, Fish fans, think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all of your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. We're in the top of the 6th inning. It's 2-0 Cleveland over the Fish, and Yuri Perez is back out there for the top of the 6th. And Yuri's first pitch to Gabriel Arias is fouled straight down again. That clipped Mac, and he's going to hop that thing off. It was 96 on pitch number 89 for Yuri. Yeah, next one, number 90. It's 2-0. You've got the lefty Gibson warming up in the pen. And you wonder where Gibson would slot in. Maybe Yuri gets 3 hitters, Arias, Halpin, Bailey. Although you do have a lefty waiting on deck in Petey Halpin. So you'd think surely Gibson's hit of the game if Kwan hits again this inning. 0-1 to Arias. That one ran inside a sinker, and it's a ball and a strike. Again, 2-0 Guardians on the double from Stephen Kwan. Not much damage against Yuri, just 1 extra base hit on that double. A bouncing ball foul, third base side, and it's 1-2. But a lot of paper cuts, 7 hits, 6 of which singles. And Yuri has walked 2 guys as well. What's gone awry for Yuri so far today?
Well, they're just putting the ball in play. Looks like they're making a conscious effort just to make sure that they stay on the baseball. Not a lot of strikeouts today for Yuri. Yuri usually piles up quite a few strikeouts, but you can tell by these Cleveland Indians for the most part. The Guardians.
1-2.
Can't believe that's the first time I did that, too, after watching them play for 15 years. But the Guardians, they have a team full of guys that just look to put the ball in play. They got a couple big guys, a couple of aircraft carriers, Manzardo and DeLauder, but the rest of them, they're just looking for contact.
2-2. Arias lines one down the left field line. That's
that boy's third hit.
And Heriberto Hernandez, he comes around that. A huge turn from Arias. X fires the throw to second, and Arias back in there standing up.
He can't get him out.
And Gabriel Arias 3 for 3. Heriberto Hernandez did a nice job chasing that ball down in the left field corner to avoid the double for Gabriel Arias. But again, he's on board for Petey Halpin. And Clayton McCullough stays put in that Marlin dugout. Yuri working from the stretch again. And the pitch to Halpin is popped back and foul. It's 0-1.
Where's Arias from?
That's a good question. He was originally a Padre prospect. A really talented prospect. He's a 26-year-old native of Venezuela.
That's what I thought. He wears number 13. A lot of Venezuelan players wear number 13.
0-1. That one again, sprayed foul left side. It's 0-2.
Concepcion of the Cincinnati Reds, he wore number 13. Ozzie Guillen, he wore number 13. A lot of good middle infielders out of Venezuela. They all wore number 13. Some guys wear it because of Ozzie. Ozzie wore it because of Davy Concepcion. Davy wore it because of Aparicio. So the lineage just goes on and on and on with that number 13 for Venezuelan-born players.
0-2 changeup is cut on and missed. Yuri drops the changeup on the lefty bat Halpin, and that is out number 1. That'll bring up Pat Bailey.
So if you can get number 13 and you're from Venezuela, you're in business.
You should do it, especially as an infielder. And Arias a shortstop.
Wouldn't shock me to see Sanoja wear that number at some point in time during his career.
He made the switch
to 8, right?
He's rocking number 8 now. Was he previously like 60?
I think he had one of those high numbers.
Yeah.
Pulling guard numbers. He's a little fella, too.
It's all about footwork. If you're a 5'7" pulling guard.
He's fun to watch, too. Got to keep an eye on Arias. He's looking like he wants to inch his way off first base and try to swipe a bag if Yuri forgets about him.
He's not going. First pitch, Bailey. He started to offer on a check swing. Didn't matter if he went around or not. Curveball dropped in for a called strike 1.
Bailey has struck out twice today, both looking in the 2nd and the 4th. Not known for his hitting, but he's definitely known for his glove.
One missed off the plate, and it's a ball and a strike. Now, Arias, who is part of one of the more convoluted trades in recent memory, that was at the 2020, that weird COVID deadline. Arias, Joey Cantillo, Austin Hedges, Owen Miller, Josh Naylor, and Cal Quantrill went from San Diego to Cleveland. No one misses low. How many did I just name?
6.
Arias, Cantillo, Hedges, Miller, Naylor, Quantrill. 6 for Mike Clevenger, Greg Allen, and a player to be named later that turned into Matt Waldron, going from Cleveland to San Diego. So that is a 9-player transaction, and there was no third team involved. Crazy.
Yeah, it's a lot of players.
Now Clayton wants to push Yuri a little bit, and pitch number 100 is a chopper left side of the infield. Sanoja's got that. He fires to short for 1. On to first in time for the double play.
Great play by Sanoja. He's so heads up.
Nice way to finish the job for Yuri Perez. He locks himself up a quality start when he didn't have his best stuff. At 100 pitches, he's through 6 innings, a 2-run ball on the 5-6-3 double play. Go to the
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55-plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of essentials. Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
When you see this in your kitchen,
The stainless steel fridge is covered in fingerprints.
you hear this.
Leslie, people are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves, or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately, Wyman Stainless Steel 3-in-1 cleans, shines, and protects to give you the best shine. A spray and a wipe will have your fridge shining like a mirror.
Wow, my fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
This is before Game 3 of the series between the Marlins and the Cleveland Guardians. For Marlins on Deck, hosted by Steven Strom. It begins at 1 p.m. Eastern. Gets you more than ready for Marlins baseball. Interviews, takes, breakdowns. Steven will bring it all tomorrow during Marlins on Deck. Listen here or watch on X at Marlins Radio.
Not often that you see a team turning 5-6-3 double play, but that was the case after Sanoja came in and made a real nice play. And Otto Lopez happened to be the closest one to the bag, so that's who he threw it to. And Lopez able to finish the double play.
Yeah, the first pitch from Tanner Bybee to Xavier Edwards spun off the plate away for ball 1.
It'll be interesting to hear what Yuri has to say about his outing today.
Yeah. Again, 100 pitches, a quality start. 1-0, misses low and away to X. Bybee, meanwhile, at 76 pitches right now. Cleveland up 2-0 Uri had a lot of foot traffic against him, but he hunkered down when he needed to. And that last pitch he threw, a good example of that, rolling that double play ball. 2-0. X hits the ball high in the sky out to right, hanging up for Khalil Watson. He drifts in a little bit, and he makes the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up Heriberto Hernandez, who is struck out swinging, also popped out to the catcher in foul ground.
Hey, fans, score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys, memorabilia, to hats and hoodies, we've got the season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Marlins, the official source for your Miami Marlins gear.
Saw Tanner Bybee about 3 hours before first pitch. Shoes off, socks off, just in a T-shirt and basketball shorts. First pitch to Burt. Misses low, a sweeper for ball 1. Just doing a big lap around the turf and, making his way onto the track and then onto the outfield turf and then right behind home plate.
Just walking?
Just walking around.
Barefooted.
Barefoot. Now 1-0 is a bouncing ball foul, third base side. Yeah, he just seemed very zen, to be honest with you. It just seemed like that was something that, maybe more guys can take a page out of that book.
Getting them locked in, so to speak?
Yeah, just feel out, especially on the road, feel out this unique ballpark, kind of make it your home for the day. And Tanner Bybee has certainly made that pitcher's mound here at Lone Depot Park his home this afternoon. 1-1. Heriberto hits one out to right again, hanging up for Khalil Watson. He hardly has to budge, and there are 2 away.
And Bybee has been one step ahead of our hitters all afternoon long. When they're looking for something soft, they get the fastball. When they're looking for the fastball, they get the off-speed pitch. He has pitched a really good game, and it's been a great game called by Bailey, the catcher.
That brings up Griffin Conine. 1 for 2 today. And the first pitch from Bybee to Griff on the way. And Conine takes low for ball 1. Conine, again, singled his last time up. He was 0 for 1 as a pitch hitter last night with the lefty starter Messick. You'd think Conine probably isn't starting tomorrow with Cantillo on the hill. Conine fouls one back, and it's 1-1.
We might see Hines make his debut tomorrow.
Yeah, Reese Hines, who put on a show in batting practice.
Oh, he's got some crazy power, man.
He would have people at the Bud Bar running for the heavens. 1-1. This is up and away, a fastball for ball 2. Infield shifting, the lefty hitting Conine to pull. So with Cleveland up 2-0 over the Marlins in the bottom of the 6th. The 2-1 pitch. That one a one-hopper to the backhand of the second baseman, Bazana. He's got it, sets his feet, tosses to first, and that is a quick 1-2-3 inning for Bybee. Real quick, let's pause. 10 seconds for station ID on the Marlins.
WQAM-FM and HD1 Miramar. WQAM-AM Miami. Odyssey Sports Station.
Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
Let's go to the 7th. It's 2-0 Cleveland on the Marlins Radio Network. South Florida's top choice for quality signs and graphics is Metro Group Miami. With Metro Signs and Metro Wraps, no job is too big or too small for the experts at Metro Group Miami. A proud corporate partner and official signage and graphics provider of the Miami Marlins, they bring brands to life. Call them today at 954-983-6662. Visit MetroGroupMiami.com to discover what they can do for you. Metro Group Miami. Signs, graphics, car wraps. They're your everything team.
In Miami, we don't drink coffee. We drink cafecito. Our pastries, we call them pastelitos. And when we want a low price, we know you always pay less with your pricito at Doral Volkswagen. Take advantage of a pricito now on all of your favorite new Volkswagen models, like a Tiguan, Jetta, Taos, Atlas, and more. Don't wait. Hurry to Doral Volkswagen today. Don't miss your chance to save on a new Volkswagen with easy financing, fast service, and the best value for your money. Because you always pay less with your pricito at Doral Volkswagen. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or start shopping for your pricito now at DoralVolkswagen.com. Present any Miami Volkswagen dealer's unexpired new vehicle advertisement for verification. Other Lithia dealerships do not qualify. The competing offer must be available for immediate purchase at the advertised price. The competitor's vehicle must be identically equipped as our in-stock vehicle used for comparison.
A lot of them.
For comparison.
A lot of moments stand out on the field for Jacob Lombard. That's when you watch him, electrifying speed, bat speed. He makes plays that kind of make you turn your head, and even just down to the reaction times. I think of some of our scouts coming back and say high school players don't react to shortstop the way Jacob Lombard does. And again, anybody who's watched this young man play soccer, it's a very good athlete, very special athlete. And I think every time you go watch him, you're seeing things that are unexpected, that high school players don't do, amateur players don't do. And I think that's the appeal. And as to why I felt, the draft is very unusual this year. It's wide open. It's in the eye of the beholder. And we're just thrilled that Jacob, we're fortunate enough to have him.
Well, the first pitch from the new arm, Cade Gibson, was a broken bat, little weird side-spinning bouncer to the right of second, and Otto Lopez tried picking it up. But it might have been spinning a little weird. Unfortunately, couldn't make the transfer cleanly, and Stephen Kwan on the first pitch reaches on a fielding error from Otto at short. And the first pitch from Gibson to Travis Bazzana misses upstairs for ball one.
Well, Frankie Polari, who is the head of the draft, and you guys mentioned it, soccer and baseball roots, but the big part here and the thing we're hearing on repeat is they didn't expect Jacob to be there at that point. So the Marlins, again, ecstatic with their selection today.
No doubt about that. 14th overall, Jacob Lombard goes. Pitch to Bazzana in for a called strike.
You just never know which team will pass on a certain player. And obviously there were some teams that wanted to pass on it, even though most people going into the draft feel like he's the one guy that has the most upside.
1-1 misses low and away.
There's some organizations that go for safe picks, like Bazzana, for instance, the 1-1 pick. That's a safe pick. Guy doesn't strike out very much, puts the ball in play, solid defender, good baseball player. For the next decade, he's going to be a good baseball player. Then there's some organizations that go for the home run. They go for the skilled, talented guy that could be a superstar and an all-star.
2-1. That is side spinner off the end of the bat from Bazzana. A foul ball, and it's 2-2. You know who that home run high school shortstop was 2 years ago, where it's like, I don't know if he's ever going to hit enough? Connor Griffin went, number 9 overall to the Pittsburgh Pirates?
Yep.
There were questions about him, so much so that it was kind of a toss-up. Who's the better high school shortstop, him or a kid named Bryce Rayner, who looks pretty good in the Tiger system, but he's not Connor Griffin. 2-2 is bounced foul. Now again, it's 2-0 Cleveland over the Marlins here in the top of the 7th. Gibson into the game in a pitching change brought to you by Doral Kia. But the draft, again, there's so much unknown. The whole puzzle that Frankie and his team are trying to put together is how much can you make known? How much can you know about a guy in what can turn into a crapshoot at points? The 2-2 foul tip held on to by Mack. It was a sinker high and tight, and Bazzana strikes out. There's one man gone here in the top of the 7th, and now it's Brian Rocchio. It may be the hardest draft in sports. Yeah, I don't know enough about the hockey draft to speak to that, but you know, in college, like there's a level of, in basketball, there's a level of mystery to the international guys, right? Because they're playing different level of competition to that of college basketball. In college football, like everybody's pulling from the same pool. Going in for a cold strike, and it's 0-1. But the dance of high school bat, high school arm, college bat, college arm, and them all looking very, very different. This has to be one of the great puzzles in sports.
Yep.
Oh, Rocchio. That one lifted down the right field line. Conine on his horse, working into the corner. Griff reaches up, and he makes the catch. Kwan was starting to range off of first base, but he retreats back there. Nice job by Conine getting to that. There are 2 men gone.
If you notice draft rooms nowadays, they've gone from having maybe 7 to 10 people in the draft room to having 50 in the draft room, with all the analytics and every department that weighs in on the kids that you're potentially going to draft.
You had a funny draft story.
Oh, I did. I mean, I was playing an American Legion game, and we just finished the game, and there was a call to the press box. And my manager, Tom McCaffrey, went up to answer the phone and took the phone call. And then he came back downstairs and told me, Rod, you've been drafted by the Chicago White Sox in the 6th round. And my teammates clapped and everything, and then we just went to the house and did whatever we did. But it wasn't like these big presentations like they do nowadays, you know what I mean?
So you were playing a game.
I was playing a game.
Did you guys finish the game?
And the scout that drafted me was at the game that day, too. He was at the game. I remember. We became really good friends. Gary Johnson was his name.
That one a called strike, and the runner was on the go, and Mack on the transfer just couldn't get it out of his hand cleanly. For some reason, it just fell down after he tried transferring into his throwing hand, and Quan steals the base.
Is that 4 bags today they've swiped?
It's 4.
Wow.
You know, this is a really fun series. Again, 2-0 Cleveland over the Marlins in the top of the 7th. And regardless of result, regardless of outcome, 0-1 to DeLauder, misses low and away, and it's 1-1. These two teams can look at each other and say there's a lot of similarities going on here. The Marlins are starting to play the brand of baseball that Cleveland has popularized, and Tampa has popularized, and Milwaukee has really leaned into. It's just fun to match up against some of these other teams that play the game in a very similar way to the way you play. 1-1. This is off the plate, a sweeper. 2 balls and a strike on Chase DeLauder.
And DeLauder hit a home run against a left-hander in that Minnesota series a couple of days ago. So he can hit a lefty. If you get it too close to him on the inner third, he can do some damage. He's got some real power.
2-1 in for a called strike. Sweeper on the inside edge, and it's 2-2. We've got as strong a tarps off crew as anything we've had at Lone Depot Park to this point.
And it's gaining. Everybody keeps running over there. They're gaining.
They're down the right field line on the 200 level. And DeLauder with a check swing. He did go around and a pitch low and away. Gibson gets the punch out, and the inning is over. Cade Gibson comes on. He works around the leadoff fielding error and does strike out 2 of the next 3. Now, it is a patriotic weekend at Lone Depot Park. While it is time to stretch, I do believe that we are going to get a rendition of God Bless America. Let's listen in.
Third class, Bernadette rocks.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet
Fan Bernadette Ross. All right, time to stretch. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's 2-0 Cleveland on the Marlins Radio Network. The Ritz-Carlton Key Biscayne, Miami invites you to discover a new era of coastal luxury following its $100 million transformation, where open-air design and sweeping ocean views create a seamless connection to the sea. Set across 17 acres of pristine beachfront, the resort blends island serenity with the dynamic rhythm of Miami. Experience the calm between the currents of city and sea, and reserve at ritzcarlton.com or call 1-800-542-8680.
I love days like these at the pool, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. I'm ready to make a splash with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza. Skyrizi is a prescription-only injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. At 4 months, most people saw 90% clearer skin when measured from head to toe, and many were even 100% plaque-free. People also saw significant improvement in psoriasis symptoms of pain, redness, itching, and burning.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Now there's nothing on my skin thanks to Skyrizi, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Hey, the Fighting Fish are heating up. Catch the Marlins Phillies July 27th through 29 at Lone Depot Park. Score hot deals. Enjoy $1 kids tickets and 4 for $44 presented by Pepsi, and get 4 tickets plus hot dogs, popcorn, and drinks, all for just $44. Get your tickets at marlins.com. merch/tickets.
Mullen, Ron Allen, Steven Strom here with you. Trevor Harris handling things in studio. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Tanner Bybee back out there.
How about a bunt down third baseline, Jacob?
Infield shifting. Marcy to pull.
Bump for a hit.
7, 8, and 9. Marcy takes slow and away for ball 1.
Got a lot of room down there at third baseline.
Third baseman Gabriel Arias playing about 30 feet off the line.
He don't even have to have a good bunt, and he can still walk to first base.
1-0 pitch. Misses low for ball 2. There's action in the Guardian pen. You expect a whole bunch of guys to be down. You don't expect to see Cade Smith, who has thrown 3 nights in a row. 2-0 pitch. That one a ground ball over to first. Manzardo's got that. He will flip to the covering Bybee, even though he probably could have taken it to the first base bag himself, but it's a 3-1 putout for out number 1. Now Bybee has set down the last 6 that he's seen. Now it's Joe Mack. But Bybee, if he can get through 7, that could be just what the doctor ordered for Stephen Vogt. Again, no Cade Smith today. He has thrown 3 straight contests for Cleveland. As has Hunter Gaddis. Colin Holderman has thrown in 2 of the last 3. Sabrowski has thrown in 3 of the last 4. I went in for a cold strike, and it's 0-1. But without Smith and Gaddis, you're likely looking at Armstrong, maybe Sabrowski, and certainly Holderman, maybe Franco Alemán as well, to try and get them through the end of this game. 0-1. Mack takes low, a changeup, and it's a ball and a strike.
Bybee has thrown 90 pitches, Jack, 90. And would you believe me if I told you that 41 of the 90 have been balls?
It's hard to wrap your head around, but, I mean, when he's been in the strike zone, he's just inducing a whole bunch of weak contact.
He's basically stayed out of the strike zone. That's just what he's done. I mean, he'll fall behind, but then he makes a pitch to get back in the count. He's nearly as many balls today as strikes. He's thrown 42 balls of 91 pitches.
He count 2-1 on Joe Mack. Similar thing to be said about Parker Messick, who punched out 1 and walked 4 yesterday. 2-1 pitch. Mack loops down the left field line that is twisting. It's a fair ball. It drops in. This should be 2 for Joe Mack. Kwan, he picks it up in the corner, tosses it back in, and Joe Mack has himself a 1-out double.
It's a nice unselfish at-bat for Joe Mack. It's a 2-1 pitch. It appeared to be a changeup. The same pitch that a lot of guys have been grounding out on today. Actually, it was a 2-seam fastball away from him. Instead of trying to pull it, he just stayed with it. He poked it the opposite way, just like Kwan did a couple of innings ago.
And now it's Javier Sanoja. Top of the order, and Liam Hicks waits on deck. You'd think that Sean Armstrong could be ready. And the lineup card flips back over.
And Sanoja loves to swing at the first pitch.
I went in for a cold strike. Now, opponents were hitting 360 on the first pitch against Bybee this year. Tanner Bybee, again, a misleading 2-9 record this season. And with Mack at second, 1 away, the 0-1 to Sanoja. He bounces 1 over to third. Arias backs up on that, sets his feet. He fires a 2-hopper over to first, dug out by Manzardo. Mack pushes to third, but there are 2 men gone. That's a heck of a thought and execution from Arias, rolling that throw over to first base sharply and plucked out by Manzardo.
We've seen a lot of guys do that at this particular ballpark. Sanoja did it quite a bit. Norby has done it as well. We've seen Paulie do it. It's a long throw when you have to backhand the ball down the line at third base, so you may as well bounce it on the artificial surface. And one thing you're guaranteed to get, Jack, you're going to get a true hop. It's not like it's on the dirt. You're going to get a true hop going to first base.
It was a 2-bouncer. And again, they just beat Sanoja to the bag. Stephen Vogt makes the long walk out there, and he will call for Armstrong. So Bybee is done at 93 pitches. He gets a pat on the back from Pat Bailey. Tanner Bybee, that's a heck of a job from him as the Guardian starter. We'll see Armstrong come on.
He was effectively wild today.
Yeah, certainly so. And he strands a runner at third base. There are 2 men gone. We get a pitching change. 2-0 Cleveland. We are not stepping aside.
Yeah, we heard from Frankie Hendricks' thoughts. It's an opening statement, so it's a combo platter here. We've got Peter and we've got Frankie again drafting Jacob Lombard.
We did a ton of work on him, feel like we know his strengths, his weaknesses. He's an incredible human, comes from an incredible family, obviously a local kid, and somebody that we couldn't be more excited to bring into the organization.
All right. Hey, everyone. Really exciting day for the Miami Marlins. I think Peter hit the nail right on the head. It's an outcome that we really did not expect. And Jacob Lombard is somebody that probably we've known about for really a couple of years as one of the most, if not the most talented high school player in the class. As much upside as anybody we could have expected at the 14th overall pick and in general. It's just a really exciting player. Thrilled. The person we're welcoming into the organization is top-notch. The player, top-notch. I think we've got a room full of player development people in our draft room that are so excited to work with them. It's very rare to be able to acquire this type of talent and upside.
Again, that was Frankie Polari and Peter Bendix earlier today on Jacob Lombard, 14th overall pick, shortstop, the son of George Lombard, who is currently a coach with the Detroit Tigers, and his brother George, who is a #1 prospect with the Yankees. Now, let's get to some scoreboard updates around the National League East. The Red Sox have a 2-0 lead over the Mets here in the top of the 7th. Phillies and Tigers just underway. Mets here in the top of the 7th. Phillies and Tigers just underway. No score there. Yankees are trailing the Nationals 2-0, and later on tonight it'll be the Atlanta Braves and the St. Louis Cardinals.
How about the Red Sox turning it on as of late? Interim skipper Chad Tracy, I think it's 12 of 14.
Oh, wow.
Marlins haven't seen the Red Sox just yet, but they come to town end of August. Does that sound right?
Yes.
I think end of August. We got a big spot here. We've got a pitching change. The right-hander Sean Armstrong. He's into the contest. ERA at 4.8 for Armstrong. He's gotten clipped as of late, but this was a veteran under-the-radar signing by Cleveland, and it's a decently funky look, especially with the sweeper. First pitch. That one drifts in for a called strike. That was a sweeper at 85, and it's 0-1 on Liam Hicks. And a 2-0 Cleveland over the Marlins. Fish have a runner at third and Mack. Hicks is 1 for 2 with a walk. 0-1. Liam loops one into left field. That's falling quickly. That is down for a base hit. Mack can practically walk home, and Liam Hicks does what he always does. He's got a multi-hit day. It's an RBI single, and the Fish are on the board. It's 2-1 Guardians at the bottom of the 7th.
A real nice job by Mack, who doubled earlier in this frame. And then you've got Liam fighting off a ball up in the strike zone as well. Both guys not trying to do too much. Both guys look like committed to me and hitting the ball the other way. And sometimes you get rewarded when you go the opposite direction for a knock.
First pitch to Otto Lopez, misses off the plate away.
MVP chance for Otto Lopez. That's a beautiful thing.
(1-0). Lopez off the end of the bat, just a roller foul, first base side. Otto so far today, he's 0 for 2. Otto Lopez, the longest he's gone in terms of games hitless is 2 in a row.
2 in a row.
Happened 3 times, all in May. 1-1. Otto pops up high in the air, left side of the infield. Third baseman Arias underneath on the edge of the infield turf. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. Runner stranded, but Liam Hicks does plate Joe Mack with an RBI loop single into left. We go to the 8th. BrandSmart USA. BrandSmart USA is the heavy hitters, like big screen TVs and appliances, but our lineup is way deeper than you think. We've got mattresses, furniture, and grills for the cookout, plus everything from fitness equipment, vacuums, AC units, the latest tech, and more to keep your home running like a pro. We make life easier with fast delivery, professional installation, haul away, and our own in-house repair centers. All at the lowest price with 0% interest financing and buy now, pay later options. BrandSmart USA. Favorite brands, lowest prices guaranteed.
And Hollywood. Catch us weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m. right here on WQAM. We've got Marlins news and everything else going on in South Florida sports, including the Canes, Heat, Panthers, and the Dolphins. Spend your mornings with us right here on the home of the Marlins, FM 104.3 WQAM, and always streaming on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
And, of course, Joe, they can always catch all of our interviews that we do on the show on our website at WQAM.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Summer's finally here, and we're kicking it off with a whole lot of free. Free brake pads with Duralast rotors. Free oil filter with 5 quarts of oil. Free Armor All wipes with Armor All glass cleaner, and more. More free, so you can have more summer. Celebrate free at AutoZone. Now through July 27th. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Weston, Florida.
Well, this copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Miami Marlins and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. In the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Miami Marlins. We've got a pitching change. Of course, it's brought to you by Doral Kia. Reminder, you always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Visit us at Doral Kia or at DoralKia.com. Will Kempner into the contest. And Will Kempner, again, with 2 buttons undone. Or are they? No, they're both undone. Yeah, we're good. He's set to see Kyle Manzardo. With the top of the 8th inning, and the first pitch to Manzardo, he launches. Home run distance, but well foul right side. Right atop the Tarps off crew down the right field line, and it's 0-1.
Kemper's got a nice fastball. He throws from a low 3/4 arm slot, and when he does release it, he's got some natural sink with that fastball that goes anywhere from 94 to 96.
1 to Manzardo. He takes up and away. That was at 96. Now right-hander Kempner, he comes set. He is a thick-cut righty. Side armor fires the 1-1. And that one fouled back. Big swing for Manzardo. And you're right, Rod. Like he's swinging like Cleveland told him, we don't care if you strike out 40% of the time.
Exactly.
It's not resulting in OPS. He's got 10 homers and a .670 on-base plus slug. But when you take a peek at the guys that punch out the most in baseball, just in terms of strikeout percentage, yeah, there are some big boppers up there. No doubt about that. 1-2. That one misses up and away. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. But Kyle Manzardo, among players with 300 or more plate appearances this year, Manzardo's 6th in strikeout rate. He's striking out over 30% of the time.
My goodness.
The guys ahead of him, 2-2, misses off the plate away. Kyle Schwarber, 32 homers. Hunter Goodman, 27 homers. Torkelson, 16. Zach Neto, the shortstop in L.A., has 19. Anaheim, I should say. And then Ian Happ has 17 homers. Then you got Manzardo with 10. If you don't have 17 to 20 homers right now, 3-2 hit him. That was a sweeper that ran in, and that got Manzardo on the right foot. He did not go around, and that is a leadoff hit by pitch, a runner aboard. But if you don't have 17 to 20 homers right now, you can't really stomach that strikeout rate, and it's such a tightrope that you got to walk.
It's hard to stomach it for sure, especially an organization like Cleveland, which prides itself in doing things right. Now that ball hit him right on his left thigh, upper thigh, as a matter of fact.
Oof. That got really close to being really bad.
Yeah.
That's Manzardo aboard again, a leadoff base runner. Now it's Khalil Watson. 2-1 Cleveland over the Marlins in the top of the 8th inning.
Khalil might be bunting, but Sanoha right now is not thinking that he will be bunting. Now he's coming in a few steps.
First pitch. Watson takes low and away. A fastball at 93 for ball 1.
He showed no sign of a sacrifice bunt there. And it did Watson.
He's 0 for 3 today. The batting average in his first 22 big league ball games has dipped below 200 to a .197. 1-0. Watson, he shoots one down the left field line. That's in for a base hit. Manzardo around second, headed to third. Heriberto shoves it back into the infield. Lopez picks it up now, but Khalil Watson has himself a double. Manzardo goes first to third. Watson into scoring position as well. Burt did a nice job getting it back in quickly, but he had no weight behind the throw. And there are 2 in scoring position with nobody out for the hot Gabriel Arias, who's 3 for 3 tonight.
Yeah, the hit batter, costly by Kempner. He got ahead of Manzardo 1-2 and proceeded to throw 3 balls out of the strike zone. So walks are costly, especially when you walk guys late and you hit guys late.
The Marlins infield pulls in. First pitch from Kempner to Arias. He takes a called strike. Fastball at 94.
And Marlins really don't have to pull their infield all the way in, because I doubt very seriously if Manzardo is coming on the ball on the ground. He doesn't run well. Therefore, they've relaxed the defense a little bit. It's not all the way in.
Oh, 1. Arias takes a called strike, and it's 0-2. And this has to be such a funky look for a righty hitter to deal with in Kempner. It probably gives them the sensation that he's throwing it from behind him. Arias, one of the very few that seems to see Yuri Perez very well. Again, 3 for 3. 0-2. Arias lays off a fastball yanked at 95. Waiting on deck, the lefty hitting Petey Halpin with Patrick Bailey to follow. This is a thin hitting bottom of the Guardian lineup. And back at it tomorrow, bullpen day for the Marlins against another left-hander, Joey Cantillo. 1-2. Arias dribbles one foul, third base side. Gabriel Arias made his full season debut in the Padres system when he was 17 years old. Got off the complex quick. And Arias trying to hold down one of the infield spots for Cleveland while Jose Ramirez is out with a hamate fracture. 1-2. Arias swings and misses. Kempner needed a punch out. He got one on a 95-mile-an-hour fastball outside edge. Arias swung underneath it, and there's one away for Petey Halpin.
Still got some work to do. That was a real good fastball located on the outside black at about 96 miles an hour. Had he not swung at it, Arias, it may have still been called a strike.
Halpin's punched out twice today. And the first pitch, Halpin takes a called strike. A cutter on the outside edge. Halpin doesn't love it, but he doesn't challenge. One-run game. It's 2-1 Cleveland over the Marlins in the top of the 8th. Kempner is trying to keep Cleveland off the board here and keep this at a 1-run deficit. Marlins infield fully in now. And the 0-1. Misses up and away. Petey Halpin singled out to left in his middle plate appearance. He's got one of 4 stolen bases against Joe Mack today. 1-1 is cut on and missed. A sweeper. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The Marlins are 26-9 since June 1st. They sit 9 over 500. 1-2 to Halpin. He got a piece. He fouled it back.
That's a good pitch. I mean, he's bottom of the zone at 92 miles an hour. Just got a piece of it. And Marlin now playing the infield in a little bit more and realizing that the runner on third, Manzardo, might just try to score on contact.
He can't really run. Meanwhile, Watson at second can really run. Oh, Manzardo, really on anything that touches the outfield turf, this is likely 2 runs for Cleveland. One-two from Kempner. Is cut on and missed. 96 off the outside edge. Halpin chased away, and Kempner with 2 huge punch-outs is one more solid pitch away from getting out of this thing.
He's still got some work to do. He's done a marvelous job getting the 2 punch-outs to get himself back into this inning, but he can't rest here. He's got to make some quality pitches, and to make sure the score is still 2-1, when his ball club bats in the bottom half of the 8th frame.
First pitch to Patrick Bailey. That one fouled back. Fastball at 96, and it's 0-1. Again, if Cleveland has a possible demise in the American League, it's probably what 5 through 9 in their lineup looks like. Runners at second and third, 2 men gone. 0-1 is cut on and missed again. Whole bunch of heaters from Kempner. He's trying to keep this thing exactly where it is. Oh, 2 misses off the plate. 97, he got a little extra juice. It sailed a little bit off his fingertips, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. 2-1 Cleveland. They got their runs in the top of the 4th. Marlins got a run in the bottom of the 7th. An RBI knock from Hicks. 1-2 to Bailey. He's lifted foul, left side and into the seats, out of play. After a leadoff hit by pitch and a 2-strike count, mind you. Manzardo was standing at first when Khalil Watson doubled down the left field line. Kempner north of 20 pitches in this inning. 1-2 again. Misses off the plate away. Fastball at 95. Crowd doesn't love it, but if only they actually saw where that was. It was on the chalk of the other batter's box.
That shirt's off, crew. I mean, that's getting huge down there now.
Yeah, they're building out kind of section by section on the Legends level. 2-2. Bailey takes low, count runs full, and you would love to avoid Kwan hitting in this top of the 8th inning. Stephen Kwan waits on deck.
We throw a breaking ball 39% of the time with 2 strikes as a staff. 39% of the time. We'll see what he does here.
3-2 pitch. That one lifted out to left. That's sending Burt back onto the track at the wall. It is off the wall. 2 runs are going to come in to score. Burt fires in his second. Bailey scurries in there, and he gives Cleveland breathing room.
He almost got out of it. Left the fastball up with 2 strikes. And the left-handers, they made him pay. Them bottom feeders, the bottom of the lineup. It's a 2-seam fastball, up-shoot fastball right in the strike zone, and just a real good, solid swing put on it by Bailey. Hit the ball over Heriberto's head, who was playing in shallow, but he would not have caught it anyway.
It's a 2-run opposite field double for Patrick Bailey, and it's 4-1 Cleveland at the top of the 8th.
Backbreaker there.
Kempner's first pitch to Kwan misses off the plate away for ball 1.
He was 1 pitch away from getting out of it.
And Bailey, who's sitting under $180 on the season, has that 2-run double. 1-0 from Kempner to Kwan. He is fouled back. It's 1-1. Well, the Marlins, they've got 3 runs to get. They got 6 outs to work with, and they will see a talented right-handed reliever in Franco Aleman next half inning. One from Kempner. Kwan with a foul tip held on to by Mack, and it's 1-2. This Cleveland bullpen, it's a factory. How many different names have you heard blossom in that bullpen? We'll give you the full rundown on Aleman, but I will tell you his ERA in AAA this year was 0.32.
Ooh. Cleveland has always had good bullpen. And we were talking before the game today, a guy by the name of Cody Allen is doing some television for the Guardians today. And he was a really good bullpen piece for them back in the day when they were winning some games. He saved 150 contests
1-2 roller over to X. He had it on the forehand, and he flicks on to first to end of the inning for the damage done on a 2-run double from Patrick Bailey. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 4-1 Guardians on the Marlins Radio Network.
At home field advantage, and you better believe it, home runs. For us, home means everything, which is why we're offering more options to make buying your first home easier and more affordable. No matter where you are on your home ownership journey, round the corner to LoanDepot.com and let us help get you home. That's LoanDepot.com. We're on deck ready to hit it out of the home ownership park for you. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLC ID number 174475.
South Florida's top choice for quality signs and graphics is Metro Group Miami. With Metro signs and Metro wraps, no job is too big or too small for the experts at Metro Group Miami. A proud corporate partner and official signage and graphics provider of the Miami Marlins, they bring brands to life. Call them today at 954-983-6662. Visit MetroGroupMiami.com to discover what they can do for you. Metro Group Miami. Signs, graphics, car wraps. They're your everything team.
Out here, if you're doing nothing, you're doing everything right. Though on a cruise with Norwegian, even if you're doing nothing, you're still basking in the warm sun, enjoying the peaceful ocean waves. You're breathing. Don't forget about breathing. Definitely need to be breathing. So you get to do nothing, or everything, but you still need to be breathing. It's like really important.
Experience the difference with cruises to Alaska, the Caribbean, and Europe. Norwegian Cruise Line. It's different out here. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Norwegian Cruise Line ships registry of the Bahamas and USA.
It was hard to put into words, honestly. Pretty surreal to have the family and the support, all the friends here, and react the way they did, as you guys can see. Like, it was something I couldn't have even, dreamed of.
Of your newest shortstop, Jacob Lombard, who is about 30. Shortstop, Jacob Lombard, who is about 30 minutes away playing baseball at Gulliver Prep. The right-hander hit .477. 42 for 88 with 4 doubles, 10 home runs, 25 RBIs, 14 stolen bases in his senior year at Gulliver Prep this spring. He also drew what we all love in this organization, 24 walks.
It's awesome. Well, Jacob Lombard, so excited to see what he can do in a Marlins uniform and in a Hammerheads uniform and a Sky Carp uniform, everywhere in between.
Can't wait to see him take batting practice here at Loan Depot. Usually that's what they do with the #1 picks. They invite him in for a day and let him get introduced to the manager and whatnot. And sometimes they let him take a little batting practice.
Hope we get him on Marlins Radio.
Oh, for sure.
A 1-0 pitch. Stowers pops up high in the air. That's in foul ground, but Quan is racing over into foul territory. He slides and he makes the catch.
Quan's had a good day. He's had a really good day. He's made 2 nice plays in the outfield. He made a real nice throw to second base to get Stowers, who had rounded the base too far. And he got a big hit, too, to drive in a run. So he's done a nice job today.
Again, he's got 4 seasons of Major League Baseball under his belt. He's got 4 gold gloves on his mantle. So Stephen Quan, he is the guy out there. And Franco Alamont, the new arm, he pointed to him, pretty much telling him, you are the guy. We've got a pitching change. It is brought to you by Doral Kia. 4-1 Cleveland over the Marlins here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And the first pitch from Alamon in for a called strike at 98 to Xavier Edwards.
Alamon has got some funkiness to his windup and his delivery. He's got some hesitation in there. He pauses and he throws from a low 3/4 arm slot. And here comes a 98-mile-per-hour sinker.
Changeup. This is low at 88. I told you Alamon with AAA Columbus. By the way, very hitter-friendly ballpark in Columbus, Ohio. A 0.32 ERA. What does that mean? 28 1/3 innings, 1 earned run against him. 1-1. That one fouled away left side. It's 1-2. In those 28 1/3, he faced 101 batters. He punched out 43. He walked 7, and 8 had base hits. He's gotten up to the big leagues, and in 6 innings, he's allowed just 1 run, punched out 3, and walked 2. 26-year-old Cuban right-hander fires the 1-2 to Edwards, and it's cut on and missed. 99 up and in. And Alamon has a quick punch out. There are 2 men going. Rinse and repeat. You mentioned Cody Al said you didn't know he was doing TV work, right? But, and then I said I don't even remember him on that 16 team because of Andrew Miller, who was not Guardian homegrown, but Brian Shaw.
Right.
He was the other name that jumped out.
Yeah, he pitched every day.
They've had so many bullpen aces or legit bullpen guys in Cleveland over the last decade. It's been crazy. Slider swing and a miss from Burt, and it's 0-1.
And unfortunately, the one they had a couple of years ago who was an all-star, he got himself in some trouble by cheating, I guess is the right word to say. He was cheating, and he got caught.
0-1 misses low and away. Emmanuel Clase, he got himself into some serious trouble. He got Cy Young votes 2 years ago. The closer, he had like a .6 ERA.
And it goes to show how good Cleveland's organization is. They had one of the best closers in baseball, and they lost him last season. They still went on to get to the postseason. They were crazy in the month of September to take over the Tigers for first place in that division.
Yeah.
And then the Tigers beat them in the postseason. But for them just to get there, and they got there without Clase.
They lost an all-star closer and
found another one.
Cade Smith is an all-star closer this year. But again, Cade Smith, in all likelihood, unavailable today. 1-2, skipped in front of the plate. That was a changeup that Aleman spiked. Franco Aleman, he's thrown 10 pitches. You wonder if they would ask him to possibly eat 2 innings, or they turn to a guy like Holderman. 2-2. That one laced down the left field line. That is falling in. That's a base hit. Kwan picks it up. He'll fire it into second. Burt gunning for 2. Throw is a little bit offline. And Heriberto Hernandez, another day and another extra base hit. He's got himself a 2-out double.
It's a fastball that's up in the strike zone, and Burt didn't hit it on the barrel, but he got enough of it to get it in the left field that Kwan couldn't catch it. And Kwan got over there and fired the strike to second base, but not before Heriberto sliding into second with a head-first slide safely.
Now it's Griffin Conine seeing Franco Aleman. And the righty fires. And Conine takes low, a fastball at 97 for ball 1.
Heriberto also wears number 13.
Action in the Marlin pen. The right-hander Tyler Zuber warming up. 55 on the mound for Cleveland, and 55 for the Marlins will be coming into the contest, it looks like, in the top of the 9th.
Double nickels.
Double nickel is what that was really Jordan's, like, I'm back to the NBA, right? That one cut on and missed. A changeup, and it's 1-1. Like one of his first 10 to 15 games or something. He dropped 55 at Madison Square Garden.
I'm not sure, but it doesn't surprise me. That's for sure. Came back with a new number. I know that.
Yeah.
Left with 23, came back with 45, didn't he?
I think he dropped 55 against the Knicks wearing 45. When fouled away left side, and it's 1-2 against Griffin Conine. At 4-1 Cleveland over the Marlins. Cleveland run production on 2 swings. A 2-run double down the left field line from Stephen Kwan in the 4th. And then in the top of the 8th, a 2-run double that banged off the wall in left from Patrick Bailey. 1-2 to Griff. Misses low and in. A fastball at 98.
Nah.
Bailey challenging.
You're going to lose this one.
Kind of weird. He's grimacing as he looks up. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. That one comfortably missed low. That was north of an inch.
The catchers in the big leagues that have spent some time in the minor leagues the last number of years where they were using the ABS system, they're much better than the catchers that have been in the big leagues for the last 5 years or so. They don't have a good grasp on it yet.
2-2. That one crushed out to left center field, but that's hanging up in left center for Kwan and Halpin. And Stephen Kwan makes the catch, and the inning is over. Scoreless 8th thrown by Franco Aleman. It's 4-1 Guardians on the Marlins Radio Network.
Hey, it's Steve Gorman. Speeding while driving gives you less time to react. Another car could turn out in front of you. A pedestrian could be walking their dog. Follow the speed limit to keep them safe. Speeding catches up with you. Paid for by NHTSA.
Hey, it's Black and Abdallah.
Speeding while driving gives you less time to react.
Another car could turn out in front of you.
A pedestrian could be walking their dog.
Follow the speed limit to keep them safe.
Speeding catches up with you.
Paid for by NHTSA.
Hey, Marlins fans, it's Hockman, Crowder, and Solana. You can hear us every weekday afternoon from 2 till 6 p.m. on the Marlins flagship WQAM.
And when we're not doing the show, I'm listening to Jack Mack and Strong Marlins baseball. We love it.
And sometimes you'll tune into our show and you'll hear Steven Strom and Jack McMullen talking about our fighting fish.
So enjoy your Marlins baseball on WQAM and enjoy Hockman, Crowder, and Solana every weekday afternoon, 2 till 6. Go Marlins!
Miami, are you ready to step into Pop Air? From over 7 million visitors worldwide, Balloon Museum returns to Miami with a whole new exhibition. Discover monumental inflatable artworks, interactive installations, and surreal environments where air becomes art. A joyful experience designed to spark curiosity, imagination, and wonder for all ages. Now at Mana Wynwood, Pop Air. Stick around after the game for the 10th inning show. Heard right here and seen live on X at Marlins Radio. 10th inning show. Heard right here and seen live on X at Marlins Radio. Hear from the stars of the game. Give manager Clint McCullough's thoughts of the contest and Tybo on the show with us. Again, it's the 10th inning show coming up after the game. But Will Kempner, he's back out there to see the top of the order, and Travis Bazzana in the top of the 9th inning. 4-1 Cleveland over the Marlins here in the top of the 9th. First pitch to Bazzana. Frisbee's in for a called strike. It was a sweeper, and it's 0-1. Bazzana, Rocchio, and DeLauder due up against Kempner.
Got to give Cleveland pitching a lot of credit. I mean, they were able to shut down the last couple of days, for the most part, the hottest team in all of baseball, and that would be the Miami Marlins. But for the last couple of days, I mean, our guys just have not really gotten good swings off, and you got to give credit to the other team. They can pitch.
Yeah, and it's going to be hard again tomorrow, to be honest with you, against the left-hander Cantillo. Cantillo is a very impressive left-handed pitcher. Now, this is Major League Baseball. There's no break, and Clayton McCullough has mentioned this time and time again. No one feels sorry for you if you're off kilter for a couple of days, or if you're banged up. The 1-1, a bouncing ball to the backhand of Stowers at first, but it's a foul ball.
And it also goes to show that any team on any given day can beat another team in the big leagues if they get good pitching.
Yep.
And I know it's not a one-run game, guys, obviously 4-1, but I read this note today. The Guardians have an identity, and that's to pitch, and that's to win close games. Yesterday, they won their 17th one-run game.
Wow.
Only the Phillies and the White Sox have more.
Wow.
So they're in a lot of close games because of their pitching and their lack of hitting.
33 of them.
0-2. Bazzana swings and misses at a sweeper. Kempner's got a punch out, and there's one away.
He doesn't usually strike out all that much, but it's tough to hit up here. Good pitch by Kempner, too.
No, now it's Rocchio. Rocchio is 1 for 4 today. Now, Philly, another team, it just makes sense that they'd win a lot of one-run games with what they have cooking on the back of that bullpen. First pitch from Kempner to Rocchio. This is off the plate away for ball 1. And Cleveland and Philly benefit from having a front line, top of the food chain closer in baseball. Cade Smith leading the American League in saves, and if I'm not mistaken, Yohan Duran in Philly is leading the National League. The 1-0 pitch misses off the plate. It's 2-0.
Nothing better than having somebody at the back end of the game. And when you do have that lead and you're trying to preserve the lead and get the save, they don't blow them. I mean, those losses are tough losses because there's no one behind the closer. The closer.
2-0. Ran inside at 3 balls and no strikes. Again, Rocchio is 1 for 4. DeLauder 0 for 2, but he has walked twice. Kempner being asked to eat it a little bit. He's about to throw his 37th pitch. And it's on the way. And that went in for a called strike.
He'll get 5 days off. He'll get 5 days off after today.
Yeah, you assume Kempner's down tomorrow. Zuber continues to throw in the Marlin pen. Now we'll see if Clayton wants to turn to him at any point. 3-1. Rocchio with a big swing and a miss on a center cut fastball, and it runs full.
Most pitches he's thrown this year is 36, Kempner.
Wow. Yeah, so Kempner into uncharted waters. Payoff to Rocchio. That one line to the center. That's down for a base hit. On a couple of hops, it gets out to Marcy, and Brian Rocchio has himself a multi-hit day.
Rocchio got hurt. I don't know what happened to him, but he hurt himself running down that line. But anyway, good swing by Rocchio. 3-1, he took a big swing, and he come up empty. But then on the 3-2 pitch, he kind of cut it down a little bit, Jack. Just a contact stroke, hit it right back up the middle.
That is literally bottom of the totem pole of things you want to see if you're a Cleveland Guardians fan. Brian Rocchio on that line shot. Yeah, rolled his back ankle coming out of the batter's box. And he was just hopping down the first base line to get over there. Rocchio trying to walk it off right now. Stephen Vogt out there along with one of the Guardian trainers. Yeah, Rocchio on the slow-mo. You can kind of see as he follows through on the swing, just that back ankle roll on him. You're already missing Jose Ramirez, and Rocchio has been, outside of J-Ram, it seems like their second most consistent player offensively. Now, Rocchio, it looks like he's good. He's walking without a limp right now, so he's going to stay in this ballgame. It really seems like Cleveland is just trying to keep their head above water right now, and it's weird to say from a division leader, but they're trying to do that without, again, the best third baseman of the game and a future Hall of Famer. Kempner, his 40th pitch is on the way to Chase DeLauder, and that one misses off the plate away for ball one.
The Tigers have been playing a lot better baseball lately since Skubal has come back. It's going to be a tight division in the American League Central. It is every year.
And an even tighter wild card race. 1-0 is in for a cold strike, and it's 1-1. The Baltimore Orioles are 44-51. They're 7 under, and they're 3 games back at the final wild card spot.
My goodness. It's going to be hard this trade deadline, and whether you sell or whether you buy.
1-1. DeLauder with a bouncing ball over to short. Lopez has got that. He flips to X for 1. A jump throw to first in time to get DeLauder and end of the inning. Nice play by the middleman Edwards on a 6-4-3 inning-ending double play. And that takes us to the bottom of the 9th. Fish have some work to do. They trail.
That's hard. DIYing your own home security, easy and affordable thanks to ADT Blue. Just pick the kit that's right for your home, and the ADT Plus app will guide you through the setup step by step. From there, choose how you want to help protect your home. Add ADT's 24/7 Pro monitoring or self-monitor with the ADT Plus app. Easy to set up, flexible plans, now that's a home run. Set yourself up for safety at ADT.com. ADT is the official smart security partner of the Miami Marlins. For license information, visit ADT.com.
In Miami, we don't drink coffee, we drink cafecito. Our pastries, we call them pastelitos. And when we want a low price, we know you always pay less with your pricito at Doral Volkswagen. Take advantage of a pricito now on all of your favorite new Volkswagen models, like a Tiguan, Jetta, Taos, Atlas, and more. Don't wait. Hurry to Doral Volkswagen today. Don't miss your chance to save on a new Volkswagen with easy financing, fast service, and the best value for your money. Because you always pay less with your pricito at Doral Volkswagen. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or start shopping for your pricito now at DoralVolkswagen.com. Present any Miami Volkswagen dealer's unexpired new vehicle advertisement for verification. Other Lithia dealerships do not qualify. The competing offer must be available for immediate purchase at the advertised price. The competitor's vehicle must be identically equipped as our in-stock vehicle used for comparison.
Always pay less with your pricito at Doral Kia. Visit us at Doral Kia or at DoralKia.com. Colin Holderman is into the contest here. Holderman, again, the best name in baseball for a setup guy. But Holderman is trying to lock up a save right now. It's 4-1 Cleveland over the Marlins. 30-year-old right-hander from Bourbonnais, Illinois, making his 35th appearance. He's got a 1.83 ERA. Just one homer against him in 34 and a third innings. He's punched out 39 and walked 11.
You remember when Holderman was playing for the Pirates and he lost all that weight?
That was last year, right?
Was it last year?
I think it was last year. He lost like 20 pounds.
That was scary.
Really scared. And he tried coming back, and he was just a shell of himself.
Weighed 235, got down to 216 in just a few days.
Oof. First pitch to Jacob Marcy. That went a bouncing ball right side of the infield, plucked on the outfield turf by Bazana. Sets his feet, tosses to first. One pitch and one out in the bottom of the ninth. That'll bring up Joe Mack, who did double and score the only run for the Marlins so far. That came on an RBI looper from Liam Hicks in the bottom of the seventh. Holderman was really good for the Pirates. Was that 24? 23 or 24? And then that downturn, and Cleveland, like they always do, they strike when you least expect it, and they find, well, again, some bullpen aces. First pitch to Mack, 97 that missed low and in for ball one.
24 with the Pirates, had a 3.1 ERA and 51 in the third innings pitched.
Yeah.
Certain teams just have it. They just find guys that are on down years. And
1-0 to Mack, chopper right side of the mound. Holderman's got that. Underhand toss to first, and there are two men going.
Find whatever is missing, work on it, and they get them right back on track.
In the name of Cleveland's game, that's Javier Sanoja. They do that with minor leaguers too. Eric Sabrowski, lefty that Fish saw yesterday out of the Cleveland pen. He was good, not great, as a Padre reliever in the minor leagues. Sabrowski has blossomed. First pitch to Sanoja, in for a called strike one.
Because relievers are so fickle, you rarely want to commit long-term money to, I think, a lot of these guys. But if you have an organization that can develop, identify, and fix up, that's kind of the name of the game.
0-1 misses low and away, gets back to the backstop. Yeah, and how many guys have been quote-unquote reclamation projects that have turned into really solid relievers for the Fish? Tyler Zuber made his way organization by organization. Michael Peterson.
Johnny Enriquez last year.
Yep. John King signed a $1.5 million deal. 1-1, a called strike. Sanoja doesn't love it, but he doesn't challenge, even though there's one remaining, and the count's 1-2. There's so many guys. And 4-1 Cleveland over the Fish with two men out in the bottom of the ninth. And that one missed low and away. Again, that got back to the backstop. Well, Javi today 0 for 3 with a flyout and a couple of bounce outs. If result holds, the Marlins will look to try and avoid the sweep tomorrow at 140. 2-2. That one a chopper left side of the infield. That's a foul ball. Arias picks it up to the left of the chalk.
It's weird trying to fend off an opponent from sweeping the Marlins tomorrow.
Yeah.
We've been in the driver's seat for the last month and a half.
Fish have swept 7 series. If I'm not mistaken, they've only been swept twice.
Detroit.
And in New York.
And the Mets.
Of all teams.
Yep.
2-2. That one looped foul left side and into the seats. If Sanoja reaches, lineup card flips back to the top, and Liam Hicks. But again, a 3-run game right now. This is as low stress a save opportunity as Holderman will have in a Guardians uniform. 2-2 on a bouncing ball foul, third base side, again with a 3-run advantage. Sanoja 0 for 4 yesterday, 0 for 3 today. He had been blistering hot coming into this weekend set. 2-2. That one flipped into left field straight away. Kwan underneath. Stephen Kwan makes the catch. And that is your ball game. Well, the Marlins fall on Saturday afternoon here at Lone Depot Park to the visiting Cleveland Guardians 4-1, and they will look to try and avoid the sweep tomorrow. Totals coming up next on the Marlins Radio Network.
In the zone, AutoZone.
Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter.